Let's go talk to Dinosaur Man about price.
Checking my Twitch. Hold on. One of these days I'll be able to do this without all the weird setup.
It's working, and the background is pretty.
Oh, look at that. Tomb of Annihilation, Chapter 2. And I can hear it.
How do I sound?
Annihilation, Chapter 2. You sound fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
To myself. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys start heading down the path. You spend just a little while, as you can see, maybe 3 or 4 hours after kind of walking through Port Manzaro, heading into kind of high grasslands. But the temperature is very humid, as I've mentioned a couple of times, and you can see the line of trees kind of ahead of you. The jungle is kind of dense in this region. And you enter in following the path that you elected, heading along the river Tiriki, and following Iku, your guide. You enter into the jungle. It's sticky. It's nasty. Everybody's purchased clothing appropriate for the weather, I believe.
My clothing is appropriate for the weather, for what I like.
And nobody here is wearing like heavy armor, right?
I am wearing chainmail.
I cannot wear the heavy armor.
Okay, so I mean, you're able to kind of tough it out, but I mean, you definitely are sweating a bit more than the rest of the folks. As you guys are kind of marching on your first day. As it kind of gets later, I mean, you're seeing all sorts of weird kind of creatures like ferreting through the area. But the main thing I would like to see here is for you to elect a single individual as your representative, and go ahead and roll me a D100.
I vote Andy.
Oh, you suck.
Andy, you do realize you can vote for someone else besides yourself.
Did you pay for the Allosaurus?
Yeah.
Or no?
I thought that we had wanted to purchase an Allosaurus. I thought we wanted to do that, yeah.
Okay.
So we started off with, I believe, 57 gold?
Yeah, so now you have 7.
Okay.
I will deduct that from the sheet. 0 gold.
As you guys are kind of walking through the woods, you can see Iku kind of get down and move out ahead of your group. She does so without any kind of notice or mention to you, and she seems to be moving with a speed that you didn't really expect out of her. She's been kind of moving just normally kind of along the way, but she kind of darts out and away from you guys.
Does she motion for us to stay put as she tracks forward, or to follow? She just goes.
She just goes. You can still see her kind of move up to a log that's kind of, or not really, it's like a tree that's downed and kind of smashed into the side of another tree. It looks like there's a bunch of moss and such kind of growing at the point, like off the ground. So it doesn't seem like it looks like she has a solid cover, and she's kind of hiding behind this fallen tree, like from something on the other side.
Yeah, I'd quickly follow in her footsteps and try to get right there.
Okay.
Jack,
Because
Jack, put me down off your back. Put me off your back.
Because you're just kind of getting your jungle feeding.
Oh shit! Do you want to actually do that?
Yes.
Do that?
Yeah, it's a real thing that can happen.
Can we get one of those fucking halfling backpacks?
No, it's not a halfling backpack. It's a Yoda backpack.
Sorry. Can I get one of those fucking Yoda backpacks?
It was already presumed to be on the character.
Fuck yeah. I love that.
So he starts kind of smacking you with his stick in like a very Yoda-like fashion as you're about to head off, and he's like, "No, put me down. No, put me down." I do not want any of this. please embrace you.
Can I just kind of like reach behind me using one hand and like pluck him with two fingers by the back of his shirt, child, and just like lift him out of the backpack and gently drop him on the ground?
Yes, absolutely.
It's like humiliating for him, but I don't even realize it. It's just like the easiest thing is to pull him by his shirt and lift him on my head and drop him in front of him like a cat scruffed by the back of its fucking neck.
This is amazing.
He doesn't seem to be too put off by it. He's probably been put in and put out of your bag in a number of occasions.
Right. It's fine between us, but weird for other people to see.
Oh, to be sure.
I'm sorry.
Goddamn well should be.
So you see her kind of dart off in ahead, and she kind of starts kind of looking around, especially up and over the log. If you are following her, so the two that are, go ahead and make stealth checks, but do so at disadvantage because you're just getting your jungle feet. You're not terribly sure of the footing here. It's more for flavor than anything else.
I already roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Dave Vano is on any ground, moves with grace across the mud. As you're following behind him, slopping through the muck, Grok and Siorsa, you realize that he's not actually pushing his feet into the mud or sinking into it at all. He seems to be kind of gliding across the ground as if it were just normal solid ground. His strange elven feet guiding him across the mud. You move up behind her with no problem, and you can hear the slopping of the other two behind you. They don't seem to get too close to you. And when you kind of get behind her and look over the way, what you see is there's a bit of a clearing that your path kind of goes through. And you see that's kind of standing out in the clearing, sipping from what appears to be like a pool of rainwater in like a divot in the earth, is a large creature. You've never seen a creature like this before. But to your, like, it looks like it has dragon scales, like, shot off of its back.
Do I interject here real quick?
No, you're in the back. You're hanging out with Alan.
Oh, okay.
It looks like this.
Woo!
Ooh, that's fun.
I turn to our guide, Iku, and say, "Is this a natural beast or something magical?"
You're still a ways behind, like I said. So she doesn't seem to kind of like address your question, and it just adds to the amount of noise that seems to kind of, as you get closer and notice, Dave Vano, it annoys her.
Okay, then I will sort of pull back and sort of hunker down.
Not you.
Oh, I see.
You're fine. The other two seem to be kind of just like the ones that followed and didn't do as well.
Got it. So I would do a shushing noise instead.
Okay. As Siorsa kind of finishes his question, and you kind of turn and make kind of like a shushing noise and then look back, you can see that this creature, this big behemoth of a creature, has kind of like raised its head up and has kind of turned its direction, like its head to the side, but you can see that its eyes are kind of on the side of its head, and it seems to be looking in your direction.
She's gonna hate me for this, but not being stealthy at all, I know it sees me because I'm freaking tall. I say, "We come in peace. We do not mean you any harm. We seek to travel on without circumstance." Using this.
Dude, it's okay.
Okay. It kind of, when it hears you say that, go ahead and make me just an animal handling check. You have advantage. Yeah, it kind of like looks at you and kind of waddles like aside, like it kind of sidesteps. It looks like it's kind of clearing the path for you and continues like sipping at the pool, but kind of giving you an eye. At this point, I'll go ahead and address the Allosaurus in the room. Erdan, go ahead and make me an animal handling check, because they all kind of moved on foot. So the presumption is you're trying to guide this Allosaurus that they just left you with.
Would you just leave your healer with an Allosaurus? Oh my god, you guys have killed me.
You showing
Listen,
up
if
late.
anything happens, I'll kill it.
You showing up late killed you.
Tail against maps.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Erdan, you've been able to hold on to the Allosaurus. It has the same kind of temperament as a horse, but the thing that's mainly different about it is it has kind of more of a predatory nature in that, like, it continually looks around for things, and a horse you would see kind of go and graze. The Allosaurus instead just kind of snaps over at something and will pull flesh from trees where you didn't think you saw before, like a snake with strange stripes being ripped from ferns, or some strange looking mammal creature being torn asunder, in just a short snap of bright color.
With a check like that.
No, I'm saying that's what he was doing along the way. You've been traveling with them for a little time.
Okay, but with a check like that, do I think I could ride it?
You definitely could, if you're not wearing like heavy armor. If you're wearing heavy armor, you'll count as 2 people for the purposes of riding the Allosaurus. So the Allosaurus can hold 2, possibly 3 if it has a halfling. So it's either going to hold Grax and light armor, right?
Grax has no armor.
Yeah, Grack and Davano and a Loom could ride it, no problem.
Oh, so people are already riding it.
No, there's no one currently riding it because they all jumped off and started following Iku, who went to go and like sneak up on the Stegosaurus.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and hop on it to try and like navigate my way through the woods and catch up with them.
She kind of looks back at Siorsa with a smile. She says, "I underestimated you, beast caller. I did not know you could speak to them. Let's move past. Let's move past it and give it a wide berth."
I agree.
Okay. The Allosaurus kind of looks at it, like as you kind of enter the clearing, and is giving it looks.
Oh no!
And it starts kind of getting lower. But Erdan, as you notice that's the case, you already have it under your charge. You kind of pull at its reins and kind of lift its head up, and it kind of takes and then kind of like starts walking with like a proud, velociraptorian kind of gait. It's an Allosaurus, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like lifting its head up and trying to look like it's doing what you want it to, and not getting ready to go pounce on a Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus is kind of spooked by it, but the Furbolg's presence in between it and the Allosaurus kind of lets it, understand the scenario. Okay, you guys continue traveling.
Motherfucking dinosaur.
Big deal. I'm on a barbarian.
Once we make it past safely past the Stegosaurus, I would keep pace next to the Allosaurus to try and help be a calming presence to it as well as we make our way through the jungle.
Oh, Tim, I love you.
It's not
You
too
beautiful
far
boy.
after that. Again, you guys are moving a slightly slower pace than I seem to have kind of put you off to. But, it gets late. About 30 miles with her guidance. Yeah, it gets late. And you know that you're going to have to start setting down. Iku kind of finds a location, though. It seems to be these very strange kind of like high mushrooms up in these trees, and away from a lot of strange areas where you might be backed into. More tactically minded of you kind of realize that she's put you in a good location to kind of get up and retreat if anything attacks from any kind of direction. And the mushrooms on the tree seem to be kind of acting as umbrellas for your sleep.
Nice. Once we find a place and like everybody starts unloading their stuff and setting things out to get comfortable. Burden takes out his Volo's guide and he starts flipping through the book to see, just get a general idea of what kind of, I guess, nocturnal predators or animals or creatures, like the kinds of things that come out at night.
Okay. You start reading. You guys know that your sleep is important, but the main thing is your watch cycle. So just determine how that's going to play out, and we'll move on from
that. John, would it be possible to as we're setting down, maybe with Igu's help, since she knows the area, to try and maybe gather some food supplies, like plants, edible plants and berries and whatnot?
Forage.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a survival check or a nature check, your choice.
All right. Booyah!
Absolutely. You take about an hour's time to forage enough food to feed the entirety of the group, including the Allosaurus.
Awesome.
Allosaurus, fuck yeah. You feed him an alligator.
I have found these edible plants and berries to nourish our bodies and sustain us on our journey. Please partake in this bounty.
And they do. And Iku gives a short blessing over it as she eats her portion. What you find for the Allosaurus, just so you understand, I mean, you are pulling things from nature, but you get him like slabs of bark that are kind of filled with maggots and grubs, and it seems to chomp down on that pretty heartily.
Kuna Matata.
Kuna Matata indeed. But yeah, as far as watch cycles go, how do you guys want to set it up? I believe everybody here except for Devano needs 8 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm fine doing it
First
whenever.
watch.
I'll take last watch.
I can take middle if that's easier. Whatever.
How many
I can
watches
take
are we
whenever.
doing over 8 hours between 6 people? Are we expecting the guide to do a watch?
Is the watch just for an hour, or is it for more?
That depends. 8 divides by 6 into what, like an hour and
Well, you're doing it wrong.
12 minutes?
Each person needs 8 hours of sleep.
Right. So I guess we'd have to cover 9 hours across 6 people.
You could do 6
It'd
hours.
be
of
10
sleep.
hours. If each person...
I can take double.
Yeah.
I could take double.
It's true.
So 4 hours from the Eladrin, and then Siorsa takes a watch, and Durden takes a watch, and Grok takes a watch, and you should be
12 hours if they take 2.
If they're 2
I
hours,
will also be taking Zavats with Zagrok.
so it'd be a total of 10.
Okay.
4 from you, 2 from Siorsa, 2 from Erden, 2 from Grok.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Okay. Just determine who's watching where for the 5, and tell me who's first.
I would aim for either first or last watch, since I don't have special night vision.
Then I'll go first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Also, John, I was going to have Alum watch with Grok.
Okay. Erden, you hear a lot of strange noises you've never heard before. Your watch is kind of very enlightening for you. You try to kind of look to your book on occasion, but you very quickly realize that is not what this is going to be about. This activity is going to be something you need to be very focused on and very careful with, because every single second you hear something new. And something strange and something very different. You realize that Iku has kind of taken her place up a ways from you guys. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Who?
Erden.
Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, strangely enough, what you realize is that she's actually north of you. And why you feel that this is important is she's kind of keeping herself kind of upwind of you because the wind's coming up from the Bay of Chuld. You realize that she's trying to keep your sense away from what she might try and detect elsewhere, which is interesting. Right. All right. But besides that, nothing eventful happens. Who do you wake up for the second watch?
I could do the next two.
Yep, I wake up Devano. Because about that, I wake up Devano.
Well, Devano, you want your meditation period to be 4 hours straight. It cannot be split, so you don't want to take the watch right after.
Why not? He could take the last two as resting.
Okay,
right?
I get what you're saying.
He could do his
could,
meditation during the next two watches.
Right, he can actually be up for several watches, right?
He only needs to go down for 4, as opposed to being awake 4 watches.
Got it. So yeah, Devano, you can be awake for this one. You would have been awake for the last one as well. And at this point too, you would notice that you kind of wake up, you kind of start looking around the camp and getting set up. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Nice.
So you notice 2 things. The first of which you notice is that Iku does not appear to be anywhere near around the camp. You don't know where she is. And as you're kind of looking around and kind of trying to find her, you don't quest too far along. This is after Erden has already gone down that you notice this. Yep, I'm aware. You kind of look up into the sky, just kind of looking around, and you can kind of see just a little bit outside of the jungle line. Just a little bit, and you're pretty sure that against the backdrop of the moon, you see a winged creature, some sort of strange winged creature, just kind of floating against the moonlight. It's probably hundreds of feet above you, but it appears that this serpent creature with wings is kind of just floating up in the heavens.
So I don't recognize this creature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess you could roll Arcana if you wanted.
Sure, why not?
Nice.
You're pretty sure that the creature in question is what is known as a koal.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Done. There's nothing else that really happens during your watch. Is there any questions that you want to ask or anything?
Nope. I just would want to, I guess, when it makes sense to mention what I see to Siorsa if he knows anything more about Coatl.
Okay. As you're kind of getting ready to wake up the next person for the next watch, which would be 4 hours. So, or rather, the next person to get up would be Siorsa. So you wake him up for that third watch of, yeah, I get you. Because you take the 2 watches, and then Siorsa is going to take the last, or the second to last, and Grack's going to take the last. Got it. So that said, you wake up Siorsa, but before you do, Ego kind of enters into the camp from the shadows, kind of just, very cautiously keeps her hands up and walks over to the center of the camp and kind of sits by the fire. Is your watch over, Elf?
It is.
I can take the next one. Or if you want to wake up Verbal, that's fine too.
Yeah, perhaps he will sit with you. Did you see anything of interest?
She kind of looks to you for a second. I saw something in the skyline up above the jungle, up above the trees. Did you see it?
I did. And then I would describe what I saw and say, I think it was a Coatl.
Very strange indeed. She kind of looks to the fire. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Sure. I would have the glasses, so maybe she would see that and make note of it.
So you kind of, state what you state, and she kind of looks to the fire, and then she kind of looks to you. She just seems disinterested, like, oh, cool.
Okay. So then I would wake up Siorsa and I would take my rest.
Sure. So you wake to the camp, and you would see that Lady Iku is taking a spot near the fire. Seems to be kind of warming her hands.
Hello, Lady Iku. I am glad you are here to keep me company on my watch.
And I'm glad for you.
Is there anything in particular that... Or I guess before Devana went to bed, I would ask him, is there anything in particular I should be on the lookout for?
He sleeps. He kind of looks at you and shrugs, and then hits the hay. All right. Go ahead and kind of let me know what you're doing in your watch. Iku seems kind of, just she doesn't really talk much. She kind of just, is cordial. She doesn't seem like, too terribly put off, but she seems just like she's kind of disinterested. After a fashion, she kind of reaches into her bag, mumbles some strange words, then kind of pulls out some food and starts to kind of cook it towards the end of this watch.
I mean, as I noticed that too, I'm just sort of, I don't know. I'm going around to like sort of slowly meandering around our little camp, talking, trying to encourage the trees to grow, flowers to bloom and whatnot, and just, speaking to nature.
Because you have religion trained, go ahead and make it a religion check as she's kind of getting the food and stuff.
I don't actually have it trained.
Then never mind. I have no idea what she's on about.
She's on crack.
Who do you wake up for the last watch?
Because they had mentioned it, I wake up both Grok and Alume.
Okay. Now the halfling and the bugbear wake up, and she's still awake, kind of meandering over the fire. Looks like she's cooking food.
The fire looks big.
From what you can see, the food that she's cooking,
I don't care about the food. I just want to know what the fire looks like.
Oh, it looks fine. It's not very big. It's just like a small kind of simmering flame. It's underneath, like there's still a bit of drizzle coming down from above, but it's well enough under like a mushroom from up above that it's not getting caught in the rain. Are you trying to make it bigger or something?
Well, I was just thinking he's going to start just absentmindedly picking up sticks, and when he's doing that, they're going to, first of all, start bursting into flame while they're still in his hand, and he's just going to start tossing them into the fire, just like slightly absent-mindedly.
She seems to be cooking. Grok, you kind of notice that what she's cooking is very strange indeed for you. You remember that one of the first meals that you ate as a freeman when Alum rescued you and kind of dragged you on into a random tavern on the road. They were serving lamb shanks, and it was probably the first time you'd eaten something that wasn't gruel or just slop that was served to you in your slave state.
Right.
It appears that she's cooking a really nice haunch of lamb. You have no idea where she would have gotten it, but it smells amazing.
Can I kind of walk over to her, and I just don't have like the social grace to ask, but give her that like puppy dog face of why aren't you giving me the food that you've made for yourself? Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, no,
I'm giving her those eyes that the dog gives you at the foot of the table, just outside of like, he's not jumping up, but he's like sitting there looking at you like, why aren't you sharing?
She reaches into the fire, not like her hand into the flame, like she reaches on onto the food, kind of grabs a loose bone with her bare hand, kind of yanks and pulls it towards you. She's just careful, it's hot. And she kind of gives you like a nice, tender looking bone. from the creature, from the food deliciousness.
Fuck yeah. I will kind of like grunt and nod at her like a like thank you sort of thing, and then fucking
She nods
scurry off to
back
like
at you, but before you
thing.
go, she kind of grabs your arm and kind of pulls you back towards her before you can get away.
Hmm.
And then she reaches down and grabs a clay bowl and hands it to you. She looks at you and she looks at the bowl, and then she makes the gesture for you to dip the lamb into the weird super sauce that she has kind of present. And then she kind of for you to go away.
Well, without doing it in front of her, I'm gonna like scurry away and try and do it like off to the
Bowl in
side.
hand and lamb piece in the other. You kind of run over.
Exactly, and just like half shuffle down the way, just like, do it behind my back so she can't see me like a child. Like she can't see what I'm doing, but I'm doing exactly what she told me, but not because she told me, because I want to try it. Like an
So
asshole.
when you dip it into this strange like substance, which is kind of like a sticky kind of sauce, and then you kind of pull it up to your lips. It's like coated in this mess, and you just put it in your mouth, and it's just delicious. It just tastes delicious. You're not sure what it is, what sorcery she's put into this bowl, but you find yourself at the end of the thing with a bone in hand that you're kind of scraping out with your nails, trying to get the marrow out of, then filling the bone with the sauce, what you have left, and kind of like just dabbing it into your mouth.
Oh yeah, I've stopped
good.
watching a long time ago, and I'm still like trying to lick the bowl and suck whatever sauce out of like the clay that I can get, because sometimes there's pores that kind of absorb the flavor, and I'm just like it like my mouth is around the side of the bowl, just kind of sucking.
There's definitely brief moments in this process where you're considering just eating the bowl, but you're not sure. You're just not sure. It's not your bowl.
Well, if I eat the bowl, then I can't suck on the flavor anymore.
Right.
That's the justification.
Matt, she kind of hands you a bowl as well and gestures towards the food. So what brought you folks together? You and him?
He was on sale.
On what?
On sale. You know, someone was selling him.
Oh.
I caused problems. Price was cheap.
I figured I am small, and honestly, I can't touch too many things without the fire thingy starting, and he seemed useful, and kind of is an odd partnership.
You don't own him, do you? He is his own being, right?
Sure, we will go with that.
She kind of looks at you, kind of annoyed now. She reaches back over.
I'm gonna like in the most subtly way try and like smile at Matt, because I feel like we've done this to people before. Like we're just fucking with her, but like I'm trying to like make her uncomfortable with the fact that I'm a slave.
She reaches back over and grabs the bowl right back out of your halfling hand, pulls another piece of lamb off, and then walks over to Grok and hands him the second bowl.
Grok will look at her like really like no one's ever given him anything before, like trying to really pull this thing off and be like, "You're kind, very nice," and like, grab the bowl and try and turn away and try and eat it really quickly as if I don't get food often. Like I'm really selling this thing.
She looks at you. And she's like, as you're saying your words, she's looking over her shoulder at Alum with just kind of like she's got a stink eye. She walks back over.
If you feed him too much, he gets a little out of hand sometimes. So I just hold back some food.
She shakes her head. Okay, you are lying, right?
Oh yeah, we're totally fucking with her.
All right, do me a favor and just make a deception check. Not
Can I help him with it?
No, you were absolutely the opposite of helping.
Oh shit!
Oh man.
No, he was helping me with the deception.
I'm trying to sell the story with him. Like, that's what we're doing.
I understand. Like,
okay, yeah, it's cool. I'm just, I get it. Sure, game. No worries.
I just. Yeah, it's fine.
John.
I'll count it as help.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
If you weren't, I was going to burn my inspiration on this one just because.
She sits back at the fire and she looks at you with kind of like a look of just despise. She kind of just despises you. And
I just I shrug my shoulders and just pick up more sticks that light on fire in my hand and continue to toss them into the fire.
By the end of the watch, she has 3 other bowls with just bits of lamb kind of just dotted throughout. She takes the bone that remains. It looks like it's like a larger kind of leg bone. Looks like or an arm. You're not sure. Like forward leg or back leg, I mean, because it's a lamb. I'm dumb. But it looks like she handed you the smaller bones off of the lower portion of the leg. The larger leg bone she still has. She hands that to Grok and feeds the other members of the party these bowls with lamb deliciousness.
As she's giving Grok extra food, I'm just going to look at her and say, if he poops in your stuff, it's not on me, all right?
She looks at everybody and she says, I also took the liberty of filling your water skins. Prepare yourselves. We've got a long day of travel ahead of us.
Burden takes the food and he's like, I knew you were the right choice. Thank you so much.
Most guides will feed you. That's really not the issue.
What's it called? Siorsa, looking at the lamb, looks back at Iku and says, I thank you for your generous offer, but I choose not to eat animals if I can avoid it. I will try this sauce, though. And I pull out a little bit of bread.
As you kind of like are saying that and seeing other people's bowls, you look into your bowl and you realize that like there's not lamb in it. It is just sauce. And she seems to have kind of mixed in bits of mushroom.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for being understanding.
She nods. She says, it's, you worship Miliki, correct? And have a holy symbol of hers?
Yeah, a unicorn head.
She says, most of your, most of the devotees of Miliki don't. I understand. There are some who hunt, there are some who do not. I assumed you were a kinder fellow.
And I just nod in gratitude. And eat my badass mushrooms.
You're what? You're a paladin, right?
Cleric.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm a Tempest cleric.
Yeah.
Also, John, if I have food, I'm going to try to get mine like extra burnt.
Yeah, she didn't give you as much lamb as you think you probably deserved. That's
okay. I just want to use my ignite thing to get it burning a bit and nice and charred.
She says, let's get a move on. And once she says that, and you guys kind of start heading out, you're gathering your things, prepared your spells, right? Spells are prepared.
Yes, same as yesterday.
Yeah, she heads off with you again. And I need someone, your choice, to roll a D100.
I can do that this time.
100. Oh.
Yeah, 47's not bad. Yeah, sure. Show me up, Andy.
I just rolled that one number, though.
Rolling 100.
Right.
You got 100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
100 means that we face Asarak right now.
Asarak, yeah. That'd be fun. It'll be super fun.
Fun's one word.
Dead is the other.
Sorry, I lost my chart. Hold on.
That's fine. I'm looking at a map of Taldore.
It would just be so great if I could find a vigilance shield.
And give it to me, because I plan on being in the front lines.
That is true.
So, Erden, that book of yours, is it very important?
As you guys are continuing along and having your conversations,
His chest and says, "Yes, of course it is."
Ihu kind of falls back to the back of the group and is kind of directing. But you guys are kind of moving alongside the river at this point. She eventually comes to a point where she says, "We'll make better time." Actually, no, the reverse of what I was going to say is true. She says, if we stay close to the river, there could be potential problems. We want to stay inland just a little bit. The river heads out towards the Bay of Cholt, so we don't want to try and utilize that. It's going in the opposite direction of where we want to go. That said, just be wary. Keep your eyes open. And she seems to be kind of falling back to the back of the group, but not in a malicious kind of way. She seems to be kind of catching signs and kind of looking them over, stopping and saying, "Hold for a second," and then looking something over, and then kind of moving on with you guys.
Siorsa just follows her lead and trusts in her knowledge and wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, so it gets to a point where up ahead, everybody roll a perception check.
All right, guys, -1 to this. Oh, wow, I got a natural 20.
Okay. Alun, you're kind of like leaning in and kind of whispering something to Grok, just something, during the middle portion of the day, as you're kind of pulling something out of the bag and handing it to him over his shoulder to eat. And you two are the only ones who kind of see this as you kind of come up to it. But you kind of come up over a ridge that kind of descends down. But what you see is kind of like a small, outlet for the river. Just a little bit of like a side kind of pool with a rocky kind of shore to it. And there are 4 individuals kind of just standing at the shore. One of them appears to be skipping rocks. One of them's kind of sitting down with a book in his lap, kind of looking it over. And the other 2 are kind of being watchful and mindful. But you see them well before that they would ever be able to see you. You know that at this stage, if you'd wanted, you and Grak are kind of now looking at it together. If you wanted to sneak up on this group, it would be advantageous for you to do so.
So Divana would have seen that as well. Can you make out any details? So I have advantage on perception checks. So
right.
24.
Okay. I apologize.
No, the advantage is already worked in.
No. It's
If you look it over, he rolled a 4 and a 6 on the first roll, and it took the 6 and gave him a 10. And then the second one is 20 and 4, and it took the 20. So
What?
this is if he had.
No.
Look at the rolls. Roll your mouse over the cursor.
Yeah, I can see it.
It did.
Oh,
It's 2d20k H1.
So it's already rolling the advantage in the first box.
Oh.
So if something else were to apply disadvantage on top of his advantage, this is how it's rolling for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the first box is always going to be the right one unless there's a third thing that's altering your advantage or disadvantage. So this way you can get double advantage if someone were to help you on that thing you have advantage with.
But there's no double advantage for me, or there's no disadvantage either.
So then this macro is set up wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I would say just for simplicity's sake, go ahead and mark off the advantage section in your skills so that you're just rolling double and just notate it for yourself. I'm
sorry, what do I do?
Just instead of having the skill be marked for advantage, just change that.
Okay.
And just remember that when you roll perception, you have advantage.
Got it.
easier for everyone. But
So
yeah,
then, I think that we should pretend that I am beating you in front of her, and oh look, there are 4 people.
and Brock's like, oh,
Oh, God.
I support it.
So far.
do you guys alert the others to what's going on?
Grack sure as fuck doesn't, but I'm not gonna.
I am going to actually, since I have this, use this to message our guide.
And she can respond back, right?
She can respond. 1 sentence, I believe.
She says, "That's who I've been tracking. I didn't think it anything, but be wary."
All right, and then I'll probably also just message everyone else really quickly.
So in less than a minute.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Erden looks up from what he's doing. He's like, huh? Ooh.
Do they appear to be enemies or people we may reason?
And the message cuts out there.
Halfway through a sentence. A normal sentence or half a Seahorse sentence. Okay, so the 2 who can see him, you're kind of alerting the others to it. They're still kind of, staying back and not able to see. If you're wanting to pass this perception check, and you didn't already succeed, and want to get a better vantage, you're going to have to move on. And to do so, you're going to have to make a stealth check. Otherwise, the 2 people who are currently viewing the situation, if you have any questions besides, although you kind of are casting a spell, so you're not really paying too much attention. But Groff,
What was the DC?
Is anyone saying anything? Can we hear anything at all? Or are they just kind of sticking around? Or are we too far away?
Okay, they appear to be kind of dicking around. One of them's throwing it looks like they're skipping stones. Another's sitting reading a book, and the other 2 appear to be on watch, kind of paying attention, looking around.
Are they looking towards our direction or away from our direction?
One of them
do they seem to be focusing in 360? Okay.
One of them's kind of looking in one half, and the other one's looking at the other half. They're not really paying attention to the river, though. From what you can tell, though, one of them could potentially see you if you were to move up. But you could definitely see that there's some bushes and rocks nearby down the slope here to this little outlet here that you could probably sneak up to if you wanted to try and advance.
I'm gonna ask Alum if he wants me to move up or not.
Should we let the Vano go up first?
Nice. Can Divana sort of peel off to the side into the brush and see if he can get a flank and get a better vantage point from the side?
Sure, you can attempt to do that. That's fine. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Okay. As you kind of move around and through the brush, you can kind of see that this outlet that you're kind of coming around and off of kind of has a small path that kind of leads through some ferns and bushes. And as you kind of move through the jungle space, kind of out and away from this path, you can see that there are 2 tents set up. What looks like a fire place that's kind of been put out. And there's a 5th person kind of sitting over this way on a log. And it looks like they're just kind of, it looks like they're sealing up a case or something, kind of getting something kind of closed off and sealed. Looks like this person's closing off a camp. He's getting the camp pulled down as the others are kind of not.
Got it. Who do we lose?
Did we just lose Chad?
Yep.
It would appear that way.
Oh, well, let's keep going.
I will So how far away is this camp from the others who are sort of goofing around?
I would say maybe about 40, 60 feet.
Okay. So ultimately not very far. Okay. What does this person
Alright.
what does this person look like? Does it look tough? Does it look
No, this person looks like just kind of uh, just looks like he kind of looks like a Cholton. Like you've seen a couple of these folks, in town. He just looks like a, guy. He's got a couple of tattoos on his arms. Just looks like a fellow. Possibly a guide, maybe.
possibly a guide? Okay. When Iku said that she was tracking them, did we get a sense of the purpose for the tracking? Like it was like these are bad people that she's tracking, or a rival group that she's tracking?
No, again, that was a conversation between two people that you didn't hear.
Oh, okay.
But you had seen throughout the day that Iku was seeing signs throughout the forest of something that was kind of causing her to back off and like investigate those things while telling you to just follow the river. You might assume that the people that you've come upon might have used the same path that you guys are on.
But we don't know. But I don't know for what purpose.
That's correct.
Okay. So I'm going to pull back to the group and say and tell them what I saw.
All right, so you tell them what they saw.
So, Grok, go kill them? And he pulls out his glaive.
So I'm going to turn to Iko and see what she says with this information.
It's entirely up to you. I will help if you're in danger, but murder?
So
Right.
Why seeking them?
I wasn't seeking them directly. I was just noticing signs of them in the past. We've been moving along this way. I assume this is the people we were tailing.
I suggest that if they just appear to be fellow travelers in the jungle, we maybe make contact and see if they would care to travel with us. Safety in numbers, as it were. But if they appear to be defiling nature, they shall meet its wrath. In me.
Grok say
Know where they are headed.
preemptive self-defense.
This is what I don't pay you for.
Why don't you go ahead and make contact, Siorsa?
Alright, so Siorsa before going uses his Furbolg ability to disguise self, and I make myself for the Furbolgs I can actually make myself 3 feet shorter. So I make myself look like a normal human, but kind of small, and start walking up to them.
Okay. So you can start coming out of the bushes. As you do, the one that's kind of looking in that direction kind of notices you, kind of turns and like looks directly at you. The others still kind of remain seated. The guy with the book still remains seated. The dude who was skipping rocks kind of turns to you. It looks like he's reaching for a dagger. And then the other guy on the opposite side kind of is turning around and looking in your direction as well. And he yells out, "Hail!"
Hello, my name is Siorsa. How are you?
Doing all right.
Where might your travels be taking you?
We're heading to Omu. We are
Omu?
treasure hunters. And they kind of look around. The person with the book slams his book shut, and he says, "The correct answer is it's none of your business. Be on your way."
Well, I was wondering if you are traveling to Omu, so are we. So am I. Maybe we can travel together for safety in numbers, as it were.
No thanks, the person with the book says. The others are kind of looking at the person with the book as the leader.
Well, as long as we have peace between us, may I bid you a good day. And then I call back to my group. It's okay. They are just treasure hunters. We can pass safely. And wave like for my group to come on, let's go.
Why do we keep him around?
All right. So these
For the same
adventures-
reason we keep a bottle of Valium in our fucking bathroom cabinet. Like every now and then you just gotta fucking chill out, and this is the only way. Like,
That's a good point. So these fellows kind of just, watch you as you go by, wary and with hands on, weapon hilts. Devano, do you do anything while you're out and over your way, or do you wait and kind of listen to what's going on over in the cove?
No, so I sort of made my way back to the other group and told them what I saw, so we would be coming out together.
I'd like to say, while Grok is passing, they just see this little halfling on the back flipping them off.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Salty.
They don't really get the gesture or whatever, like, what the reasoning behind it is. Just seems kind of empty and vapid.
Burden totally asked the guy about his book.
Yeah, I want to know about the book too. I'd want to look carefully at it with my eagle eyes, so see if I can discern anything.
Okay, again, what was that Erden did?
You asked him about the book. He said, he came out of the jungle and was like, "Hey, book," and he smiled real big and he said, "What have you got there?"
And to be sure, do you have any iconography marking you as what you are?
Oh, well, I mean, let me see. Scholar's robes, holy symbol.
Holy symbol, right?
A rider's kit. Like, he looks like a scholar.
It's him. He says in Elven to the others, servant of the adventurer. And the others kind of look to you.
What did they say in Elvish?
It's him, the servant of the adventurer.
In Elvish, I reply, "Oh, do you know my traveling companion?"
Yeah, in Elvish, Erden would say, "Oh, you've heard of me."
The guy with the book says, kind of annoyed. And as he's saying, he snaps and looks straight up at you and casts a spell.
Fuck you.
Targeting.
I respond with circlet of blasting in your face.
Maybe. You weren't ready for a fight.
That is totally true. Text me!
All right, 1 second.
That's okay. We'll let you get the disintegrate spell ready.
All right, you had your chance. Bow!
Chad, don't anger the DM.
Too late. I bet you these guys weren't even going to fuck with me, but then I was late.
Oh, sweet. I'm so happy Shield of Faith is a bonus action. As John prepares the battle map.
He wasn't expecting me to speak Elvish.
So yeah, sending the big old dumb cleric to go talk to people, maybe not the best idea. I have a 10 intelligence, but I'm unassuming. They didn't seem to be defiling nature
then the
in
smart
any way.
cleric's like, "Hey, I got this," and they're like, "It's him! Get him!"
All the while, the sorcerer is just sitting on the back of the bugbear barbarian, flipping them off.
Fuck yeah, dude, with 10-foot reach, so we don't ever have to get close to them.
Oh shoot! How close? How close is our Allosaurus?
Ooh, that's a good point.
I'm gonna tell it to attack them.
Charge!
Attack dinosaur. Because remember,
Yes.
I helped us find the most fearless dinosaur we had.
I mean, Allosaurus is a good choice. It's one of my favorites.
Sorry, it's being a pain.
I
Actually,
say we should name our Allosaurus Shinosh.
No, that is a stupid name.
That's Matt's druid in our one campaign. He turns into that dinosaur a lot.
So since you guys kind of stealthed up, kind of moved up over the ridge, the assumption is at this point, like the Allosaurus was kind of being walked because you guys were walking through kind of difficult terrain.
Mhm.
So that said, we will presume that the Allosaurus was left back as you guys moved up to encounter these people. So it's off of the way. It's not.
Okay.
This cove is off of the road that you are on.
Okay, that's fine. Next time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm in charging distance. Oh, look, there's a guy over here.
Fuck yeah, Matt, you ready for this shit?
Alum is always ready for this shit.
Here's hoping this Asamar does not die as well. Kurt Ward the second.
So I'm still on your back, right?
Damn straight.
The two of you go ahead and make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, because I'm so good at those. 11. I failed, though.
Welcome to Flavor Country.
What?
Oh my
fuck.
god, that is down city.
Succeed, so take half, 8.
Woo!
Wow, -2, buddy.
Bye, guys.
I can't select my token.
Oh, it's
Neither
on
can
the. I got it. Hold on.
So, guys, we're down one cleric now.
Yeah, with a big hammer. Yeah, that happened.
Don't worry, I got this.
How about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I take 8 damage.
Correct.
It was fun, guys.
It was fun, yeah.
Good initiative.
GG.
I guess I should roll initiative for this. Oh, fun, and I go
Shit.
early on.
Oh, God. Oh, well, okay. 12.03? What the hell?
Break tie.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Because it took Chad forever to come up with his name.
Yeah, that's funny. I was like, who is Chad of? Oh, okay.
Oh, John, you're so funny.
So I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot. Why don't we just sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk about this?
Yeah, you're just like running into the trees. You're like, you can have them.
If we had started out with killing them, we would have gotten 2 of them down instead of them getting 2 of us down. I just want to point that out.
I'm not down.
If we had started an advantage, I mean down in health, like we're starting out the battle at a disadvantage with 2 of our players not at full stamina.
And one of them actually being unconscious.
Right. Like, this is not ideal.
Not at all. But it's fun.
That's okay. Alum Fu will fry them like the chickens they are.
So there's the 5th one by the 10th. Is that 10? Is that correct?
Correct. But if your presumption is that, again, it would be your presumption because you saw him, that dude's a scout. Or not a scout, but a guide.
Yeah, I just want to keep my eye to make sure there's no funny business with him. But okay, sure.
Sure.
So did Grak and a loom have a special attack where Grak throws a loom at someone so he can incinerate them with his hands?
It's called the fastball special, motherfucker.
No, it's called hot hands.
Either way, he's bringing the heat.
I thought it was called the Fireball Special.
Yeah, fireball. Ah! What the fuck? That bugbear can cast spells.
Oh man, can I just say, like, chaotic neutral was definitely the best choice.
Oh, dude, I'm totally there with you.
Oh, buddy. Just cause shit. Mayhem and ruckus.
I think I've got everybody. Double checking.
I think you have everyone, yeah.
All right, Grok, you're up.
Yeah, once
Matt
again, I'm
and
going to be the
I-
cause of Timothy's death.
Matt and I are still hidden and unexposed at the moment, correct?
You didn't walk out.
So I want to like even dig myself back even further. Like, this isn't my action, but I want to like just, if I'm not, like, if I can crouch down or something, you know what I mean? And try and stay quiet and hold or prep an action so that way when it's Matt's turn in the initiative, I'm gonna run out.
Sure.
To
Do me a
things.
favor, just because again, we're kind of at a stage where I'll give you advantage for it because you were initially hidden, but make a stealth check because now we're seeing you as a threat and we're all looking that way.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You're at disadvantage.
So long as I'm not like, am I burning an action by doing that?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
You're technically holding. So yeah.
Matt, do you want to throw me that inspiration?
Is he doing this at advantage or
He's doing it with advantage, but he also happens to have chainmail on, right? Or did you?
Gotcha.
No, I've got no armor.
No,
he's
a barbarian, so no armor.
Fucking naked as shit. Yeah, dude, then let's stay. So basically on Matt's turn, my plan is to
charge out and turn around so I can burning hands them.
Charge out here.
Just for the system. What you're going to do is you're going to hold, delay till your turn, and then he is going to ready an action to burning hands when he's in position, and then you're going to run out into position. He's going to use his reaction at that point, and then you're going to finish your turn.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. Scouty scout.
Thank God.
This is the best plan ever.
Oh man.
She kind of moves out of the water towards the boat. You can see that on the boat there are two things which are kind of worrying to you guys in the front line: a bow and some arrows. She very graciously flips the bow into her hand and draws a single arrow from the boat, nocks the arrow, aims. As she kind of aims low, she kind of brushes her hair back, and you can see her elven ears. She fires a single shot at Erda.
Oh my gosh, it's Vex.
Woo! He actually, like, he ducks and, like, cowers, and he goes, no! And it misses.
All right. And it's your side.
That's save and throw, buddy.
Oh, right. Sorry. Failed no matter what.
No, you just take it. You'll be fine. I got you.
It's one fail. All right. Okay. You notice that the Devano free perception check. Go ahead. All right. You notice that as the commotion starts to hit, the guide throws his backpack over his shoulder and kind of crouches low and kind of looks over in that direction but it looks like he's kind of backing away from the camp into the jungle.
Oh, is that the guide?
On the far west.
With that perception check, you'll notice that once he kind of gets into the forest, his form has changed behind the tent there, and it would appear that a large black cat, like a panther, is kind of now walking into the forest with stealth and guile.
Like walking away from the fight or walking towards us?
Kind of looks like it's walking away from the fight, yeah.
That's what happens when you don't hire a certified.
Yeah, it's great because even if they win, they lose.
So yeah, he kind of vanishes off the stage. I'm gonna go ahead and just peel him out, and go ahead and tell me what you're doing, Davon.
Yep. Am I hidden or half cover, or what's going on with that?
Neither of those things. You said you walked out.
Okay, so could I sort of move up here and try to hide in the bushes?
And up on a high point too, as well. Yeah.
Okay. So you need. So I'm trying to hide.
You're doing so as your action?
No, I'm doing so as my bonus action for a cunning action, right?
Make a stealth check.
Sure.
Cunning action.
It's a greatest feature.
It is.
All right. You kind of move up to the rocks and kind of try and duck low. And as you do so, you kind of feel your footing like a little precarious. Not normally something that happens to you, but a few rocks kind of skitter down, and you notice that the two near the boat, the mage and the guard, all kind of give you a quick look as they continue on in their press.
I will throw a dagger at this one.
Okay. That'll hit.
And then I'm gonna step back into the.
So that you have cover.
Yeah.
More than enough. Okay. All right.
Oh, so because it hit, I guess I don't get sneak attack, right? So you didn't say so. Got it. Yep.
So this guy steps forward, Erden, kind of in between you and the wizard, and he's got a spear. He's wielding it with one hand, and he's got a shield on the other. He kind of thrusts it in at you.
Ooh, shit. I'm down. Goddamn. Wait, can I use inspiration to make him re-roll that attack?
That's not how it works.
Okay. Well, fuck.
All right.
He takes it in like the gut and he just goes, ah!
We're gonna die.
Guys, your healers are dead.
I'm going to just look at Grog and say, maybe it's best that we just leave this place.
Dimension door.
It's Alum's turn. So you're going to ready an action to cast Burning Hands, correct?
Maybe not.
Fuck it, yeah. Preparing an action to Burning Hands.
All right. And then the bugbear moves into position. Right?
This is actually happening. This is awesome.
Moving to there.
Oh my god.
And then I'm like here?
You're probably here.
You're actually in his square.
Right, you're in the same square as me.
Okay. So if I cast Burning Hands, I'm not going to hit Grok, right?
No. You're casting it over his head.
Okay. Good.
Basically, like arms around my face and the hands right in front of where my face should be, like around my neck is how I'm imagining it.
Gotcha.
Grok's
Okay.
picture is a little off because he's got eyebrows. He shouldn't have eyebrows.
Right.
Fair
So
enough. Yeah, but you do that.
Why did that not? Okay, it didn't roll damage for some reason. I'll just roll that separately.
So to be sure, you're casting it here. Like, if you want this guy, you're gonna have to.
I would send it. Oh, I guess you can only hit one that
need
way.
to move
You can
forward
hit two.
some. I mean,
I
wait.
can move. Can I move? I can move here, and that'll get you both of these guys. And this one's already been hit, so let's minimize
Okay, let's go.
action
Let's go with
economy.
that. And then it's what?
And you'll light their boat on fire.
also pull these guys over. Yeah, we get rid of their fucking escape plan. All good things. Do it.
Okay, so there's 3d6. Don't know why that didn't up. Also, my DC should be 14, I believe.
They both failed.
Fuck. Yeah, they did.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll check the sheet and see what's going on with that and why it's not working right.
Oh man, I could have maximized the thunder wave too if I got up.
Nice.
Too bad our healers are both down.
All right. You step over the boat and kind of shoot your burst out. You realize shooting down is a bad idea, so you kind of keep it over the boat, not igniting it. You hit both of them squarely, though, and torch them. They fall to the ground. This was a DM kindness, by the way.
Thank you, DM.
Minions!
No, I'm sorry.
That is right. Suck it from the loom.
The person you're writing said burn the torch, but you didn't. Or burn the boat, but you didn't, so... I didn't take that as what you're doing. Unless you want to burn the boat.
No, I just want to burn them.
Fair. All right.
Okay, there we go. I fixed my burning hands thing.
So my action still goes off now, right?
Yes.
So why wouldn't you roll?
Which
You
one?
don't
Do
You
you
don't have
still have
anyone in
movement
range.
left?
Yeah, I do. I've got 15 feet of range.
Oh, yeah, because bugbear.
Cause
Damn.
Dang, that's awesome.
right,
That's
how
sick.
cool is
That
that?
is sick.
See his arm go 15 feet over to this guy, and it's just a middle finger in his face.
Who are you talking? The guard or the mage?
Guard.
How's that? The guard.
Yep, that'll hit. He seems perturbed, to be sure. All right. All right. You see Iku kind of move through the forest and kind of drop down over the Furbolg. Alum and Davon. No. Go ahead and both of you make a perception check. Davano, you notice that when she kind of jumps out of the forest there, or out of the jungle there, and kind of off of the rocks, when she comes down, she hits the ground a lot lighter than she should have from a fall of that height. When she hits the ground, she lays her hand down on the Furbolg and starts saying strange words. And energy courses from her
Wow.
to that guy.
Nice.
I think we made the right choice, guys.
We definitely made the right choice.
Best guide ever.
Go ahead and get 7 hit points back.
EQ MVP.
Oh, and when I had gotten knocked unconscious, I reverted to my Furbolg form. I no longer looked human.
Yeah. I think the jig was up at that point, but yeah.
Definitely.
She looks at you and she says, "Be on your feet, warrior. Protect nature." Erden? I don't have time to reply. Your action's over.
Actually, so if I use my inspiration to take that 20, I get 1 hit point and become conscious, right?
Oh, not at all.
Two successes.
Actually, if you want to be certain, rewind
Oh,
back. You didn't save. You didn't save before. That was a failure. Not you, the Furbolg, but it doesn't matter. So, do you want to take the 2 successes, or just the 1, or just the failure? The 11 is a failure.
Yep, because we're doing it 15 and higher. It's
Meat
a success.
grinder mode.
Yeah, I'll take the failure.
Okay. The wizard. No one's attacked me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands, and right here in this segment here.
God damn it.
So, Erden, you automatically fail, so that's a failed death saving throw from you.
Shit, that means he's dead, isn't he? Because it's 2 fails.
No, it's 3 fails and he's dead.
No, but if he takes damage, it's... Or is that only on like a melee hit?
No. It's always only 1 failure for any damage that you take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a homebrew rule for us, Tim.
Oh, okay.
If you ever do enough damage to, like, what's your maximum hit points, Erden?
15.
Yeah, if I did 15 damage with that, I would have killed him outright, but I didn't. Furble, go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
Come on, pass it. Hey! I'm still up on my feet.
Iku is very graceful as well, and seems to dodge it as well. She'll take her 5. Took your 5. All right. It'll go to dead guy. Go ahead and get him off the board. Grok, you're up.
Get the wizard, Harry.
Grok smash.
Grok is moving to there, and as an action, using that.
Oh, nice.
Stabilization.
Grok smash.
All right.
I am Grok.
Yep.
That scout is also dead. Sorsa. And I
right.
accidentally pressed pass, but yeah, it's your up.
Siorsa stands to his feet, and with electricity glowing in his eyes, says, "You shall not survive!" And he casts, with Destructive Wrath, a Thunderwave.
Alright.
So it's actually 16 damage if they fail.
10, let's see. 15-foot cube originating from you, so then it would be like these squares with them too, so.
All of us are
So,
taking that weight damage.
I'm sending it out away
If it
from...
goes out
It's
away,
a
right?
15-foot cube originating from yourself.
Correct.
It's
it does not.
it's
no. You're wrong, Zach. So
Right?
it's not. It's you. Any square touching you, and
okay, yeah.
So it's literally
So
these.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's these squares here. But yeah. So con saving throws for my guys. Pretty sure my guard's dead. Yep. Don't even need to roll. But the wizard.
Man, that spell's less effective than I thought.
Success. So he takes half damage, but Thundering Wrath says it's maximized, right?
Right, so 8 damage total.
No.
Well, it's 16 damage is the max roll I can do with it, and so that's what
you would deal.
But
so half, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I was trying to come at the result of the max. You were helping too much.
Sorry.
Jerk.
Of course you chat him. The other guy gets flung over to the boat, kind of just slumps onto it as his body kind of ragdolls over that direction. All right, it's his turn. You see him start spitting up blood. Actually, it's Davano's turn, but at the same time, the guard will go and he starts spitting up blood.
Let's go ahead and do this.
All right. You move in, swing with your rapier. That'll miss unless that'll hit, but I'll go ahead and use my last first level slot. No, it doesn't. It doesn't hit.
Okay.
Hold on.
Shit.
Block. All right. Iku will go ahead and rest over Erden at this point.
Wait, what about Alum? It was my turn there.
Oh, sorry. Go. I keep doing that. I'm not touching it. I'm not going to touch it. Shooting this guy, yeah. So he's a 15 AC, 16 will hit. You hit him with a firebolt. He takes a scorching burn to his chest and kind of hits the ground.
Nice, guys.
All right. Iku will go before Erden has to make a saving throw. So go ahead and cast.
Erden doesn't have to make a saving throw. He's stabilized.
That's what I meant. Whatever. Regardless, I'm gonna heal him.
That was easy, guys.
Like kind of convulses awake, and he looks up at Iku and he says, you're so beautiful."
Alright, that's it. I'm throwing a firebolt at him now.
She strikes. Okay. At Erden.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
You defeat them. And then what do you do?
So it's my turn. Okay, so I'm on my
It's
feet.
not really turns. We're out of turns.
Out of combat. I want to go check out
Okay.
the tent.
Okay.
Let's just take a look at the bodies and see what we can find, Grok.
Ziorsa,
I
help me to my
will-
feet.
I help
Pluck.
him up to his feet.
Alum out of his
Oh, thank
head.
you.
Let him go scurry around looking through
Thank you, my good
bodies.
friend. Erden wants to find that book.
Sure. Absolutely fine. It appears to be a spell book. Written in Draconic.
Wheat.
The boat has a quiver with 60 arrows in it, and the scout has a longbow and a short sword. The guard had a shield and a spear. The tribal warrior had a shield and a spear. The wizard had the book and a dagger. And you find their assorted gear, which is like traveling stuff. You find a tent, and you find a chest that appears to have a number of hunting traps, 3 of them to be precise. They each weigh 25 pounds, heavy and kind of bulky. And you find about 12 gold pieces. They're not too well to do. And you find their rations, which is probably about 18 days worth of food.
Great. Take all that stuff.
And this, as you guys kind of note, it's later in the day. Looks like they were kind of setting up their camp or traveling at night. You're not sure, but it looks like this wouldn't be a bad place to camp.
Excellent.
Cool. Erden, could I see that book that you got off of the dead body?
Yes, but I would like to study it when you are finished.
Okay, I take the book and the book starts bursting into flames. Don't go talking to people!
No,
They will kill you!
he takes it out of his hands and throws it on the ground and starts stomping the flames out. He's like, no!
Make a dexterity saving throw, Chad.
Hilarious.
God, you guys. It's like the Stooges.
Wait, who's making a dex saving throw?
Chad. The book is unsalvageable by the time you manage to start stomping on it. In fact, you realize that you're doing more harm than good.
This is why I don't talk to people in the woods, because they will kill you!
Glares at the halfling. Super pissed.
His accent kind of changed to German there when he started burning books.
No,
It
a little
did.
bit,
That was
a little bit. Did you notice that? It might
I
have been
noticed that.
subconscious,
Oh,
but it
nine.
went a little German. Like the V's changed a little.
See, what
Actually,
we
if you
don't
notice-
realize is the accent is a lie.
If you've noticed, guys, my accent has fluctuated between French and German this entire time.
It
You've
seems
thrown.
a really
Don't cut yourself short. There's been some Russian too.
yeah,
Thank you, comrade.
You quested. That said, you guys are, of course, just continuing on after the rest, right? For the rest purposes, we're just going to assume that you guys stay there, and go ahead and just throw me 1d100 for the night.
So wait, are we long resting?
I would presume it would be a long rest. Yeah, you guys travel.
Okay.
that way.
Right.
I'll roll it this time.
That said, roll a d100 for the nights. Okay. So you should be fine. And you guys continue traveling.
Super pissed about the book.
I'm
He
happy
actually
about
like
that.
he actually the tiny little scraps that are unburnt. He like kind of scrapes together and like stuffs in the back of his writing kit.
Oh, mending wouldn't help in that instance, right? Because it's kind of
not
burnt
at
to a
all.
crisp.
Yeah. Okay, for the day's travel, go ahead, whoever you want. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh my god. Note to self, keep books away from the fucking halfling.
I'll roll again then.
Do it up.
Okay. So as you guys are continuing on through, you notice that you're kind of coming to the base of what appears to be kind of a low outcropping of mountain, perhaps a high hill, perhaps, and you think that the route of the river might actually have stemmed from that point, kind of flowing out to sea. That said, you're kind of keeping yourself clear of that place, but you kind of notice that there seems to be a bit of a clearing near it, and from what you can see, there are a bunch of stakes kind of out and about in that area, a bunch of just lances stuck in the ground.
Lances. So
Yeah,
like spear. Okay.
Do I see any sort of like cultural indicators, like anything in like the style of the metalwork or
There's
the
really
blade
no
patterns?
metalwork to these. They appear to be mostly wooden, with kind of like feathers and baubles kind of hanging.
Oh, so they're
from them.
primitive.
Yeah. And it looks like they're each kind of impaled in the ground, and where they're impaled appears to be like a mound of earth.
He kind of starts kind of digging at the mound with his foot.
Oh, so you went into the area there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said we just came upon it.
Oh, you guys see it. You didn't have to go in.
Oh, from like a distance? Okay. Then no. Am I riding the Allosaurus? Can I be riding the Allosaurus?
If you're the only one riding it. Otherwise, it's Matt, Devano, and Grok.
Can't Devano
Dave-
and Erden ride the...
So
Thing at
Erden
the same
is
time?
in heavy armor, so
I thought he wasn't. Oh, is
No,
he?
I
I'd prefer to
Oh,
be on the ground, sort of keeping track with
Chad's riding it.
Chad's riding it. Great.
Iku.
I'm on Grak's back, and if I notice Iku staring at us, I just sort of like hit him with a stick.
He likes it. He likes it.
And Seors is staying by the Allosaurus, so next time he'll be able to give it a command to maybe attack anyone they come across.
So you guys see the mound. And do you do anything with it, or do you just stay a distance away?
Iku, do you know what those are?
Burial mounds, I presume. I don't suggest we get too close.
Ah, very well. Fascinating. Such fascinating traditions these people have.
I wonder if I could get them on fire from here.
No, absolutely not.
It wouldn't be hard.
Iku, would it be proper to say a prayer for those who have fallen?
You can do as you like.
Only if it is the custom. I do not want to disturb what should be left alone.
They've clearly been put to rest. I assure you, anything that should be said has already been said.
Yeah, but they're huge bastards.
All right. So you guys move on. And camp. Go ahead and roll me one more D100. Sorry, it's the last time.
Oops, that's not right. Just take one of those.
Yep, that's fine. So your rest is uneventful. You do, however, hear howling and hooting in the night coming from the direction of where those mounds were. And she kind of says, it must be the restless undead. The children of
Dad.
Asarak. Oh, scary stuff. Evil and dead. Oh. We should be able to see the shrine of the shrine I was mentioning, Dungrilong, tomorrow. If you want to go to that place and deal with the creatures there.
I would very much like to if they are disturbing and defiling the shrine.
Erden looks at Iku and he says, "You saved my life. I'd be more than happy to repay you."
Well, this is not exactly a place I have to go. My goal is the heart of Ooptown. But if you want to, we can go there.
Oh, no. My Omu.
It's some time before we'll make it to Omu.
Well, certainly don't have time to be wasting pursuing other matters.
Okay, so just real quick, nobody's wanting to head for Dungrung.
I want to head for it if everyone else is okay with that.
That's fine.
I thought that's sort of why we came down this path.
Yeah, it was the whole point.
Oh,
Well, for me, my purpose for going down this path was to go by the shrine because it sounded like there might be a disturbance there, and I wanted to set things right.
okay. Well, if Siorsa wants to go, then yeah, I'll go. Siorsa's my boy.
That went straight down in the first, at the very beginning of a fight.
Hey, man,
Maybe-
you took the hit. You took the hit.
Then maybe we can find more books over there.
If we do, you be sure to stay away from them.
Okay, so you guys come up a ways and are coming downhill towards this location. What you see ahead of you, what you see down beneath you is what looks like a strange just grouping of bush and tree in a tight kind of ring around what appears to be kind of a lake. And sitting in the center of that lake is a mound. And standing up atop that mound is a very large looking building or statue. You're not sure which, but it's definitely a strange looking thing to be sure. Hold on a second.
Is it larger than a burial mound?
It is much.
Is
Hold on a
it
second.
smaller than a bread basket?
I guess not.
It is not.
Ha! I see a large swath of black.
That's what you should see.
Oh, good.
Top right corner.
I sees it.
Weird. It's acting funny. I see it and then it goes black again.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Uh,
And you can kind of see the strange kind of ring of bush and bramble and tree behind it, right kind of on the edge of the lake.
Yeah.
Shall we proceed to see what disturbances lay inside?
I presume we will enter it from the north entrance.
Is there another entrance that we see?
Not that I know of, no.
Excellent. The north entrance it is.
Devano,
I don't know if
May
I'm.
you-
Go ahead.
may you perhaps search to see if there might be a secret entrance that will allow us to catch this disturbance by surprise?
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm seeing exactly what you're seeing.
Top right corner.
Top right corner. Okay. All right.
Zoom out and then scroll to the right.
All right. So it's like a amphibian type creature with teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
It's
Guys
a
aren't-
building.
Yeah, that's just instead of a handout, they have it in the top right corner.
Okay. So I'm searching for an entrance. Is that what you asked him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, to see if there may be secrets lying about.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Delete all you kids. I'll try to.
So doing me some investigating.
You can actually kind of see the entrance up ahead. It looks like this. It's actually more than just kind of trees and brambles. It appears to be like a hedge maze. It's kind of been domed over, and the hedges in question are thorny, thick brambles. You'll see that there's two kind of patternings for squares. There's the smaller inner squares, which are light gray, and the darker outer squares, which are dark gray. The darker outer squares are 10 feet squares. So just be aware that it does appear that this is a sizable ring here. And it appears that from what you can see inside, it looks like it might be something of a maze.
Do these hedgerows appear to be tended at all, or is it just natural growth?
Natural growth, and it looks it looks like they've been kind of cut back, but they still look like they've been kind of left wild for their thorns and their tightness.
Okay, so let's go ahead and sort of peek in and see what's going on.
Okay. So, yeah, who's going to be your lead, or?
So I guess I'm going to lead because I'm going to check for traps and other problems.
Sure.
I'll be investigating such things.
Okay.
I would be willing to follow behind at a safe distance as far as we don't set anything off, to be the first in the battle if needed.
Actually, yeah, I'm going to back up some and maybe let Grok take more of a point position.
Okay.
If the big man wants to.
Turn back to Iku and say, is there anything that you know about this that would be helpful?
No. I know that this place has magic to it. I would be mindful.
So anybody with Arcana trained would be helpful to maybe.
Oh.
Erden, do you detect any magic in this area? Anything?
One moment. Well, actually, this might take more than a moment. Clerics have ritual casting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast detect magic as a ritual.
Okay.
Oh, I could cast that too.
Yeah, well,
For a spell
unfortunately,
slot?
you don't know how to read, so I'm not gonna expect that much out of you.
I know how to
Um,
read.
Oh, yeah. Because he's a furbolg? Whoa.
Oh shit! No,
Racist.
sorry. I thought that was a loom.
That's
I thought that was
racist.
Matt. I thought that was Matt. I'm sorry. Yours is the man. Yeah. So, detect magic.
So you probably don't want to put yourself right at front, although having it running is helpful. And so I'm going to go, when it's running, does he notice anything?
So, yeah, there seems to be kind of like a magical nature to the entirety of this hedge maze, but you're pretty sure that just the nature of it, it's kind of it's a protective ward. Like this, it's grown magically. Its placement here is magical in nature.
I explained that much to them.
All right.
This
I
must
try
be.
to speak to the hedges.
Go ahead.
Know that we have come
So-
to get rid of the defilement that might lie within. I'm
So we
pleased
can-
to not impede our progress too much.
We can do this one of two ways. I can free roam, let you walk around, or I can do it the simpler way.
Which is skill checks.
It will be skill checks, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one.
So then the leader, which was already nominated,
man.
Devano, I need you to make me a survival check.
Erden, because of all the things he's seeing with detect magic and his general knowledge.
Yeah, it doesn't help. But yeah, that's fine. And again, yeah, up to 1 minute. That's perfect, actually. So guidance is fine.
Ha.
Mm. Hmm.
Actually, I'm going to have you put me down, Brock,
Okay.
while we're traveling through the maze.
So as you're kind of traveling, you kind of get the idea to kind of go this way and around and investigate. Go ahead and roll me a d20, Delano. Okay. You come into a strange chamber that seems to be kind of just emptied. Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing little bits and pieces in the corner here. Are they just
No,
stray
nothing to it.
rocks or
It
nothing
just seems-
to it?
It just seems to be a dead end that kind of wastes your time.
Okay. So go ahead.
Go ahead and roll another survival check if you're the leader still.
Might not be the best person to be the leader.
Well, everyone else, I mean, you've seen him kind of lead you into a dead end
Woo
right at the
woo!
start. He moves on with a bit more comfortability.
Feast or famine.
I was about to offer two because I have a +5, and then you rolled that. That's awesome.
We seem to be teleporting.
This is amazing.
You move through some, brambles and on your way, continuing on down the path. Yeah, doesn't seem to be too much to it. And this Devano guy seems to be doing pretty good now in his transportation.
We're crushing it.
Okay, so go ahead and make another survival check.
Guidance.
Can I help him with it? Give
Yeah, perfectly fine.
So help would be 12.
Yeah, plus D4.
16.
nice.
Where?
I don't know why, but I feel like we're teleporting.
Ooh. Bye, guys.
Don't pick up your tokens.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Oh, this is pretty.
I kind of want to know what this maze looks like afterwards.
So I'd want to continue going south.
Well,
Looks like it opens up.
Do me a favor, because you're a cool elf. Roll me 2 things.
Sure.
Actually, 3 things. First things first. Roll me a perception check.
That's right. Don't go stepping on the traps.
There's something strange about the thorns and brambles here.
I'm going to ask Theorsa to take a look at that. It's right here, friend.
I look at them, and going off of the fact that Erden mentioned that things were magical, I am going to use my herbal ability to cast Detect Magic.
Sure. You cast detect magic. It doesn't really change anything. The point of what you see is not magical in nature. You actually see a strange kind of very hard to spot groove in the bramble wall, And as you're kind of inspecting it, you realize that if you place both of your hands on these just very narrow spots and push outwards, it's kind of like opening up a curtain. And you can step out of the thorn wall.
So
Yeah.
as I put my hands against it, I speak to the brambles and say,
Friends, please part for me, so we may find the treasures that lay beyond.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So you're able to open them up and see them on the outside, but I'm just going to let you know. Yeah, you can see a whole bunch of stuff on to the right there, but that's just dead space. It literally just leads back out into the world. So if you wanted to escape the place.
So this is just a quick exit.
Correct.
So I'm just going to mark that if I can.
Yeah, can we take note of the difference on that wall compared to the others so we can see if it's like easier to spot others? Does that make sense?
Sure, if it's exactly
I
like
want to
that. Yeah.
I want to take note of just kind of like the way that gap looks. I don't
I
know
get
if
you.
that'll help me later, but
I get
it's
you.
something that my character would do.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fine. That's thing one I need you to roll. Thing two I need you to roll is another survival check.
Sure. I'd want to tie a little something onto that area, like onto one of those brambles, so we could identify it later.
Sure.
Does detect magic reveal anything about it?
No. Are you even paying attention? That's good.
Wildly.
21. Good. That's good. And thing two, I need you to roll me another d20.
Okay.
Right.
Woof.
So we're moving. We're moving and moving.
And we're walking. And we're walking.
I'll try to get you to 5 o'clock. Hold on a second.
See, you always need a rogue.
All right. Go ahead and roll me that beautiful survival check, please. It's actually 4 o'clock, not 5 o'clock. I'm done.
Ouch.
oh,
D4 is not going to
wasn't
help
that
there. Go ahead and roll me a D10.
Oh, he's picking what kind of monster we're going to see by roll.
Okay.
8 fire dragons.
8 ancient fire dragons.
well, shit.
I think I might be lost.
Southwest.
Don't worry, I know exactly where we are. We're lost.
Let's try.
All right. So I'll go back. I wasn't
Alright.
done with you. I said don't move.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it says southwest.
No, I wasn't saying move. I thought you said I'm lost. You were saying in character. I thought you meant I pulled you too far away and you didn't know where you were. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So it's okay. You kind of are wandering about. You kind of feel like you're a bit, out of it for sure. Make me a perception check though.
Sure. I'm going to ask Theorsa for help with the survival, the stuff. He's just not doing it right now. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you see another one of those. It looks like something over here. The wall looks like it's potentially, yeah.
So does it have the grooves on it?
It does appear to have the grooves on it. Yeah. It does indeed. Are you going? Okay, perfect. Both of you need to go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sure.
Oh, John, you know how to treat a furball, right?
Okay.
Oh boy, that's really bad.
It's really bad. Yeah. You guys both fall
Shockingly
into
bad.
a pit. That's right before that. It's about 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and it seems to be lined with poisoned wooden stakes.
Oh fuck.
Awesome. That's funny as shit.
Why do you think so?
Apologies, it's just 5 feet wide. So the first person to step in would have been Devana.
Sure.
We'll presume that he did roll really bad though.
God damn it.
I'll just get the one. It says just the one. The first character to step in falls in and takes you'll take 3 bludgeoning damage, and then roll a d4.
Ha!
Oh, I'm sorry. That times 3 is 12. So a total of, oh god. And then
Oh god!
There's too many dice, Alicia.
so
That's
here's how it
not
works.
something you want to hear the DM say ever.
Let me make sure you guys understand. The first character to step in the pit falls in, taking 3 1d6, or sorry, just 1d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall, and landing on 1d4 stakes. He rolled 4, each of which deals 1d6 piercing damage and 7 poison damage.
Oh my god!
I think we have what we call a dead.
Hold on. Now I'm reading that one of 2 ways. Each of which deals 1d6 piercing damage, and each one does 2d6 poison damage? Or is it 1d4 stakes, each of which deals 3 piercing damage, and also you take 7 poison damage from the poison?
DM's game.
Yeah. I think it's a DM's game.
DM's game, whatever you do. Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you would take the 3 bludgeoning damage.
I already did.
Doesn't kill you. Then you'll take 12 piercing damage from the spikes. And then you'll take 5 poison damage, which would happen. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
You took 3.
So I was at 2 before the 5.
Okay.
So I'm at -3.
Negative. Well, 0. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds fine.
All right. There's an unconscious rogue bloodied in the pit. Yeah.
10 feet down. Yep.
So
Arthur runs up to the edge of the pit, looks at him, and he says, "Devano, are you okay?"
No response.
It appears that he is unconscious and dying. We must get him out.
Well, wait,
hold on.
what about Seors?
Let's go.
Seors.
Siorsa didn't fall in. There was only 5 feet.
What was it?
I can help lower someone down to get him off the spikes.
Then,
I've
if you
got
give me your
50
book,
feet
you
of-
can head down.
I've got 50 feet of rope. So yeah, I'm gonna tie myself off to Siorsa, and I say, "Lower me down."
John, you said that it's like a 10-foot deep pit.
10 foot deep down, yeah.
I just grab him, hold his arm, and lower him down with my arm because I'm 7'10". My arms are long,
Okay.
and I'll
You're
like lean down and be an anchor for him to slowly scale down the wall.
Okay, and you're lowering Erden down, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need you to do is make an athletics check, but I want you to do so with disadvantage because you really don't have anything to brace yourself on.
Dude, if you fall on me, make it worse.
So I'm gonna heal you. So
By falling on you and
Can
making it worse.
I was gonna say, can I grab his ankles? Just kind of help support him so they don't all topple in on top of him.
Understandable.
Like he may drop Chad, but
you
like
see-
he won't pour in after.
You see Siorsa kind of like wobbling, kind of shaking a bit as he kind of slides a little bit forward. He succeeds to hold himself there, but as like a matter of fact, you kind of grip onto his lower portion and kind of kneel down behind him to anchor him down. Siorsa, he's kind of holding your butt and keeping you steady.
In a non-sexual way, I say,
Thank you. Your help is much
I
appreciated.
don't think I'll ever imagine Siorsa as a sexual creature, but yeah. That said,
Bow chicka bow wow.
"Oh, just wait till he does his pelvic
It does that
thrust."
slow. Yeah.
that said,
Don't ever Google kinky Eeyore.
You Erden, need to make an athletics check as well because you are being lowered down, but you're not being lowered down without. I mean, is he just holding you, or are you holding his hand?
You guys are doing this like the worst way possible.
I wanted to tie myself off.
I remember that happening. So you're down in the pit. being held down by the furbolg. So, did you tie something off? Is that what you're doing instead?
Well, I mean, that's what I wanted to do, but obviously that's not what's happening. So
you're resisting being lowered in by the furbolg, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, If this is what he wants to do, then fine. Like, I just want to get down there.
All right.
So, what do you want me to roll?
I'll have you just again. Are you the furbolg? How are you lowering him down?
The idea was whether by grasping forearms or grabbing a good bracing of his shirt. Ideally, probably forearms. Like having him use my arm as like a makeshift rope scaling mechanic since I have long arms.
Understood. Erden, I need you to make an athletics check.
Can I guidance this one?
You have advantage for it. Don't and
okay,
because that would be your action. It doesn't help.
Yep.
So you were basically, instead of being able to kind of lower yourself down and cast during spell this turn, you're spending this whole turn kind of holding on to the purple. And
yeah, he says this isn't working.
Not descending down. You didn't fail by, because again, it's just a simple climb. You didn't fail by more than 4 because you have advantage. So you didn't fall into lucky. So action, bugbear action, you're bracing. Iku's not doing anything. She's staying back because there's too many people in the room. And Alum, you could kind of move through there if you wanted to and do whatever you want. Would you like to do anything?
I'm not really sure there's much that I can do in this situation, honestly.
Devon, make a death saving throw.
You guys are fucking so bad. This is not that complicated.
I'm a halfling. There's literally not much I can do except if you want me to set you on fire.
All right, that's 1 success.
Nice.
All right, we'll just do it back and around the same way we did it. So, Siorsa, you're holding him?
Yeah, I'm just staying firm.
Why don't you just put a rope around him and lower him down the normal way? You're flaring me to death.
Well, isn't he currently hanging from my arm in the pit?
Yeah, but he's using both of his hands to do so.
I don't know if I can can I by holding my one?
Why don't you just do what Chad originally said? Chad has rope. Hold the rope, lower him down with it tied around his waist. Pick me up. Your furbolg flare is going to kill me.
Okay, so real quick, Erden, you want to cast Healing Word, right?
I was just checking to see if it had semantic components.
It sure does. You could have just done it right over the pit and it would have been fine, but...
Yeah, I know. I wanted to use Cure Wounds because it would heal more.
No, I get you. But...
Actually, I think Healing Word is just verbal. I don't know why it's saying the other things. Yeah, it's just verbal. You just say something. Yeah, it doesn't have semantic components.
Healing Word.
Yours is just a mess.
I mean, I copied it straight from Roll 20.
Yeah, all of the sheets are a mess.
Yeah, Roll 20 is wrong a lot on these things. You have to double check on some other source.
Yeah, I just looked at it in the player's handbook. You're right. You could Healing Word if you wanted to. And use your action to try and continue to hold on. Or pull yourself out.
No. Yeah, pull me out, tie me up, lower me down. Let's do it the safe way. I want to heal him as much as possible.
All right.
More for combat utility.
Well, real quick. No. Furbolg, you already acted. You said you're bracing. Erden, go ahead and make an action. Your action is to pull yourself out. So go ahead and make an athletics check. So you have advantage because the Furbolg is braced. And you managed to pull yourself back out of the pit. That is your action.
Yeah.
Great. Bugbear?
I guess if he's no longer dangling over the pit, I can get up.
All right. Do you have an action you want to take?
Not particularly.
Great. And Alu?
I'm just sitting over in the corner playing with fire.
All right. Death saving throw. Failure. Number 1. All right. Furbolg?
Yeah, I'll take my rope out and tie it around what's it called? Erden.
Okay. I'll allow it for you to kind of hold it and be ready to brace as well. It's fine.
Help, Bugbear.
I ask Grack
Gladly.
to help brace me.
So I assume Erden's going to wait until the bracing is handled, and then
Yep.
Grack will brace. So you'll
And
have
then-
advantage for the check, and you'll have a rope tied to you. And then you'll
I'll-
climb down, make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Okay, you get down there. You're next to Davano. He's on a bunch of broken lances. There seems to be a nasty-looking septic kind of ness to the wounds, and there's just this
Now-
weird foul stench in the chamber.
Need to kind of like remove all that shit before cure wounds will be maximum
Most-
effectiveness.
Most of it's been broken inside of him, like that he broke the lances, the spikes as he hit the ground.
All right, then I'm gonna remove them and cure. Well, no, that might
You're-
cause more damage.
You're just gonna cure wounds.
Yeah. So
All right, and the wounds, like you managed to get the bits out and cast cure wounds on the places that he got hit, and
1d8 plus. What is this? It's Cycle of Life 2, so it's going to be plus 7. Get 10 hit
Thanks,
points.
sir. Thank you.
you could have got that with healing word. It's weird.
Yeah, well, I wanted to try and maximize it.
Sure. Okay, so he's
My
back.
heals are pretty good.
Back to restored.
And then I'm also tied off, so I can hang out down here with the rope tied to me. I'm a pretty strong guy.
Help
And,
Davano out.
yeah.
Cool.
Sweet.
You would find that there's a secret door on the other side, and of course, it opens out to empty map. But yeah, you get the point.
That was a waste. Okay, super. Someone else lead.
What's it called? Sierra's feeling kind of bad for things, feeling like it's slightly his fault, decides to take the lead.
Sure.
Erden's going to be right behind him, helping him out.
So survival check?
Yeah. Are you trained in survival?
Yes, I am.
And how about you, Helper McHelperton?
I am not.
Okay.
But I have guidance.
Sure, you can cast guidance on him. All right, and roll it. Well, actually, no matter what you roll, it's going to be fine.
Oh, you roll it, not me. Okay.
All right.
Hey, Davano, I've got to say, I like the look of your cloak with all the holes in it.
Ah, thank you. Always looking on the bright side, I see.
All right, and
Yeah, must be good ventilation.
Tim, go ahead and roll me a d20.
All right.
All right.
We're slowly getting higher in those d20 rolls.
Yeah, it's actually a bad idea to roll high, though. Okay. Pretty good deal. All right. And the last survival check.
All right. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't imagine you need guidance for that.
More is always
Probably not.
You kind of peek around this corner. When you see what you saw, I hope you saw it, you see that there are a couple of strange creatures standing outside with spears. They have green skin, kind of smallish looking frames, and they appear to be frog-like.
Okay. In a quiet tone, I say, "The frog-like creatures are just round the corner."
Do I know what they are by that description?
Do you know what they are?
I mean, what would I have to roll?
Do you know what they are?
They're Grun.
And they're grung.
Do I know what language they speak?
No, not these ones in particular. You've never met them.
That's true, but I mean,
Huh.
you know, I'm very well read, so I'm just asking.
Do you speak Grung?
I think the answer is no, Chad. You don't know what language they speak.
Okay, I mean, he could have just said that.
You should have already known that. They're frog people.
Well, how would I know if I didn't know what I know?
What do you as a
Fair enough. Basically, what do you know as a player? That's the main question. Remember the first session we had?
Yes, I understand, but I don't want to take too much liberty with that. I could just have a Google page open right now, and you would never know.
Sure. Great. Wonderful.
Well, we're trusting that that's not happening.
Yeah, no. I mean, why would I incriminate myself like that?
Anyway, so when you say they're grund, I say,
Are they unnatural creatures, or things found commonly in nature?
Cool. So as you guys are having a great conversation, sipping tea and eating crumpets, you definitely hear the sounds of these creatures being alerted to your presence. And
Yeah, I wanted to say I wanted to hide.
like a defensive posture, possibly sending one away to go and alert the others.
Attack!
Yeah.
Grok! Smash!
Yeah, can I charge?
Yeah. Go ahead and let's go ahead and put it to initiative.
Okay.
That's
Ooh,
kind of
that's better
cute
than last
looking.
time.
They are adorable.
They're adorable.
until they kill you.
Right. How tall are they?
Probably about the same size as a loon.
Okay.
So like 2'10".
Yeah. These ones are armed with daggers, actually. The daggers appear to be on short sticks. They look like they might be makeshift spears, but they don't. I mean, they will serve as daggers for the purposes of the combat. The other thing you would notice as you kind of maybe come around the corner, you spot it out there, right? Devana?
No, I'm behind Siorsa. I don't see anything. So should I move forward, or how does that work?
It's your initiative, so.
Okay, so you're saying that it's around this corner to the west and south is where they are?
Around the corner and to the northeast.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's up here. Okay, got it.
Yeah, they went somewhere that way. Yeah, they were there a second ago, from what you can tell from the sounds of their movement.
So this is a little bit of movement, and okay. And how many were there?
It looks like there's 3. They're kind of more in line with the green in the middle there.
I see it. Yeah. Okay. Super.
Yeah, there appear to be 2 behind this bush over here.
Right.
And this one over
One over. Yep. So I'm going to take out that fancy longbow that I just pulled out from that last battle and fire it off at this guy.
Okay. He appears to be pretty hard cover there, so go ahead and make.
Oh, he's in cover?
Yeah, there's a bush in between you and him.
Okay, so knowing that, could I then go for the one that's not in cover?
Just take the shot. They're all 3 of them are in cover.
Okie doke.
Yeah. So you shoot, and you definitely miss.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that right. Well, maybe whatever. Okay, I'm going to then move back out of the way and yell 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, there are.
Yeah, it's just a D20 plus 2. It didn't add your dex.
Right. I need to fix that.
Shit.
Brock, as you come out and about, you see the 3 behind there with their weird poison daggers. You can see that there's just a sickening kind of grossness to them, much like the spears that old boy Devana jumped in on. You would also notice that there appears to be a grung over here on the shore. Looks like he's running towards these bushes over here.
Cool.
You would also notice They're grung on the other side of the lake, and they appear to be holding their position.
Any of them look like they're armed with ranged weapons?
Yes.
I'm gonna step back here and end my
They have
turn.
short bows.
Did any of them shoot at me when I stepped out here?
No, none of them have actually taken any actions thus far.
Great. Then I'm gonna step back here and ready an action for anyone who gets to this like spot to hit him with my fucking glaive. But I'm gonna like hold this spot because I can't do anything else.
Okay.
That fair?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Because like I walked out and was like, oh shit, and like ducked behind the corner and like readied my glaive and was like, good fucking luck, whoever wants to go first. Like, fuck that noise.
All right. So, Olympe,
That's my turn.
all right.
You climbing in?
No, I want to be on
Smart.
my own feet for this.
Smart. I'm gonna get myself killed pretty soon.
This one here is going to jump.
Is this a surprise round?
No.
Okay, well, I rolled a 12.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
where you're
yeah.
at.
Grant got a 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's the only one out of order.
Yeah, he is out of order.
All right, then go.
Erden. 5, 10, 5, 30. Why don't I have vision? 100 on Grack.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Let me see here. Hold on, I gotta add something to my character sheet real quick.
What are you adding to your character sheet, Rob?
The Scorching Ray spell.
From Circle of Blast.
So range on it, 120 feet. Oh fuck yeah, yeah! Circle of blasting, all three of them. Left to right. I'm just gonna do D20 plus 5.
They are still in cover, hard cover. So go ahead and make your attacks.
Fuck. Let's just roll the dice. There's
Uh-huh.
1D20 plus 5.
That'll miss.
Third
That'll
one.
miss. So you get this one over here.
So D6. So
3 damage.
higher damage, and then how much movement was that? 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think
That was all my movement, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It'll go to them. All right, this one here. He's going to leap 25 feet, pretty much straight out, and about 10 or 15 feet up in the air, and splash into the water. Then he's going to swim 30 feet, get up on the shore. It looks like as he does that, these guys are kind of moving in towards him with curious looks, and you can hear this weird churring coming from across the way, and it seems to be coming from all of them. You're not sure exactly what it means, but it seems like they're having a conversation, and as they're doing so, the one that just landed is pointing over in your direction.
Yeah.
As that's
Erden waves.
as that's happening, this guy right here is going to jump to right about there. He's going to hit the wall on the side and kind of stick to it.
I can hit him,
Whoa.
right?
Why?
I have 15 feet of reach and he's within 10 feet.
So yeah, but he's jumping over the door, so you're not really seeing him.
Okay.
And you're attacking through a pinhole point, so I would say that like
I didn't know if like as he crossed that because I was prepping the attack, I could like swipe at it.
Did you ready an attack?
Yeah, I told you I was standing here and readying anyone who got near the
So-
door frame so that way I could attack with the glaive like around the side.
Okay. He kind of drops down to that.
That's
point,
why I didn't
so
like dash.
He will eventually kind of land in that point. I thought you were saying an attack of opportunity. Sorry.
No, I readied that on my
Perfectly
last
fine.
turn.
Go ahead and take your attack against him because of the angle and because of the glaive. I'm going to say he just has minor cover.
That is fair. Out of curiosity, would you count this as a surprise for him?
Not at all.
Okay, that's fine.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
There you go.
Very
There's 9 slashing damage though.
He's not a fan, but it doesn't kill him
Fair
outright.
enough.
He kind of hits the ground with like a big gaping bleeding wound, and in just kind of like an agony, he kind of lunges in forward at Erden.
Thanks for taking the retaliation. Gotta love that reach.
He's kind of like shooing him with his foot. He's like, get
So
get away.
19 hits.
Yes.
You're taking 3 regular, 3 poison.
I need to start relying on Shield of Faith, or just not be here at all. So I'm at 9. Okay, that's fine. I can.
All right. And in addition to that, his little buddy will hop over there too, kind of at the door. And he also will lunge in at Erden. He will not hit.
Wow.
All right.
Minimum damage on everything.
I sure did. Siorsa.
All right. I'm gonna regret this so hard. Hey guys, that's what I'm for though, taking up hits. So first, before rushing out, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith. So
Yeah,
I
smart
now have,
smart lad.
There you go.
Shield
have-
us with the meat.
I now have 18, and I take my maul and I run right in between them,
Beautiful.
and I smash this guy.
Nice. Finish him.
Try to at least.
At the beautiful.
You squish a frog. Yeah, you flatten it.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool. And then Devano.
Devano's gonna step here, sort of in the same space as Erden,
Mhm.
and we will do a rapier.
You have a bow in your hand?
Oh, I have a bow in my hand, so I'm not going to do the rapier. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
So you
fire
can
all.
draw a rapier and hold a bow. That's
Oh,
fine.
okay, so I could do both at the same time.
Yeah, well, you don't have to
Put the
let go
bow
of
in
the
your
weapon.
left hand. Like
Okay,
right
okay.
there.
I wasn't sure if by saying that you meant that I can't do it. So if you're allowing me to use a rapier, then beautiful. I pull it out, and I want to smack it. Does that hit?
Yeah, it is. And you have an ally, Jason. So, yeah, you come in out of nowhere, stab it right in its froggy mouth, and it falls to the ground, bleeding and dying.
Beautiful. So we will
Horribly sickening fashion.
disengage and move back out of the way.
Disengage isn't necessary, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, move back out of the way.
All right. Gruff.
Actually, I moved the wrong character. Whoopsies.
How
There we
were
go.
you even able to do that?
Don't know.
Fuck yeah. All right, let's do this thing. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
I'm like moving, but not charging crazy. Oh, actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna do that. Oh no, I can't. Can I? Hold on. I need to measure some things. Give me 1 second. I forgot I'm a fucking barbarian. That's stupid as shit for me to do that. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna actually bonus action rage and then use my action to dodge.
Okay.
Or to not to dodge, to use my action to dash. So I'm moving to there. And I'm gonna fucking take whatever comes.
And Rage states that as long as you are moving closer towards an enemy or before hitting an enemy, your rage persists. Correct?
If I haven't attacked a hostile creature since my last turn, or taken damage.
Okay.
So if I don't attack someone on my next turn or take damage in the next 2 turns, I lose my rage.
Gotcha. Okay. Hello.
All right. So these two guys are dead, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I am actually going to try to use one of my halfling's abilities of being naturally stealthy. And I want to try to hide, or can I try to stealth out and just follow where Grok is going? It's pretty much what I want to do.
Yeah, go ahead and make a. You can go ahead and make a stealth check, but if you're going to be hiding, you are not going to be able to keep up with him. I don't think.
I'm not really trying to keep pace with him. I just want to get in a good range to hit stuff actually, because I can't hit anything behind the wall. So
Sure.
that's not the greatest, but I don't know that, so I'm going to just start to hop out there. And
Yeah, you're pretty sure you're hidden. You think?
Yeah,
maybe?
and I'm going to move there. That's about as far as I can move right now, I believe.
Okay, that makes perfect sense with your roll. All right, Erden.
Erden moves. Let me see here.
Oh, also one real quick question, John. Are these little huts?
Those are actually little. Yeah, they look. The more you look at it closely, it does look like they might be huts, but they're really just kind of bushes.
Okay.
Like a bower, really.
All right.
Erden moves here, and he sort of thinks for a second and does a little bit of math in his head, and then he points at this one. And flame.
Okay. The DC
one of
is.
them javelins.
Oh, sorry, my DC is 14.
So, what is your charisma modifier?
Or wisdom. It's
Wisdom
+4.
Okay. All right, so that'll fail. Still alive though. All right. A bolt of sacred energy falls down upon that, and he kind of gets hit. You can definitely see that the elites are now more focused. And I'll actually roll initiative this time around.
Oh, yay.
What's your dexterity modifier, Greg?
+3, 16.
Perfect. All right, so it goes to the ground. Yelling some nonsense.
You said healing?
No. You see a pack of them, Greg, kind of spring up out of a hut and come out and jump into the water.
Oh, crap.
Erden turns to run.
No, that was unexpected.
Swim at half speed. Yeah. It's weird. They don't have a swim speed.
That is weird. I would expect them to have a swim speed.
Yeah. Very strange indeed.
Well, you could always just make it their walking speed.
It could be derived from tree frogs, not from swimming frogs.
That's true.
Yeah. I think that's what we're looking at here. some tree frogs. But yeah, they jump in the water and they start kind of swimming out. It doesn't look like they're terribly keen on it, but they are submerged. They are amphibious, so yeah, they still have that. Siorson.
Now, if I ready an action that casts a spell, is that like I'm holding the spell energy in, and if it doesn't go off, I waste the spell?
Sorry, say that again.
So if I were to like move into position and like basically use the trigger once this group of frogs come within range, I will cast a spell. If they never come in range, do I lose a spell, or it only goes off once?
Yeah, the spell doesn't get cast unless it gets cast.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. Then I shall.
So I move my computer desk so it's not like back to the sun. So whenever I eventually start using my camera again. But the weird thing is like it's completely dark in my apartment right now, right? And like the desk is pretty much set up the same way it was before, but on a different wall and in a different angle. So like things keep happening in the house, like the lights from outside, my wife moving around in the background and turning on lights and shit, and I'm freaking out because I don't like. There's a wall. There's supposed to be a wall right next to me, but there's not a wall next to me. Anyways,
I will move here and let me just double check something quick. Yeah, I'll ready an action to cast a spell, cast specifically Thunderwave if this group comes within range of it. I don't think they can, but
yeah, if they ever get adjacent to you, you're popping it. Got it. Devana.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like the
5, 10, 15.
warriors with bows are ready to rock.
And as I do that, can I say to Grak, try to draw them towards me?
He hears try to, and probably will start running off, but yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So the ones that are swimming over here, they're submerged, so they wouldn't be in shot. They wouldn't be. I couldn't get a shot off on them.
You could fire at them, but you'll have disadvantage.
Okay, so screw that. Instead, I'll fire at this one way the heck over here. I could absolutely reach with my longbow.
Yeah, 120/600, right?
Yep. How we doing?
That's gonna miss.
Okay.
Across the stone, just falls just a few feet short.
Okay,
Really
we're gonna step back out of the way.
Nope,
not yet.
And you haven't used a longbow in a while. Yeah, you're kind of like, I remember this back in my childhood when I was 70.
All right. Yeah, we're a little rusty. It'll come back.
70-year-old kid.
Damn, fucking helps. But yeah, Grok, you see these little guys swimming, and you also see up ahead. It looks like there's another one, the one who rose the alarm, moving towards another hut.
Yeah, I made a huge mistake. That sucks. Thought the pack would charge, but that's okay. I don't know. I guess I'll stand here and jerk myself off for a turn. Seems effective.
It might confuse or distract them, right?
Sounds like a fun time.
Maybe they'll try and hit me.
No, Grok, no, not in public again.
Where's your stick?
It's like a gorilla. He just rushes out there and he kind of like looks, and he looks at something else, and then he looks at something else, and then he just grabs his dick and he just starts no, and everyone's like, oh god, why does this happen every time I come to the zoo? I don't understand.
All right, I'm gonna dash to like here, just 40 feet. And then dash. Can I try and like jump into the water so I don't have to swim as far? And then like land next to them? I can't do anything.
What's your strength score?
19.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check though.
Oh my god. Cannonball!
Okay.
I'm trying to hit him if I can. But
you hit the water. It kind of catches their attention.
Fuck yeah.
and you manage to kind of swim a bit, despite having you have an axe, right?
A glaive.
Like, despite having this big long stick, you manage to kind of keep yourself afloat,
Word.
treading water. All right, but you didn't get hit, and you didn't hit anything. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought those crossbow guys would fire at me, but I was wrong.
No, they hadn't even got it. You were the one who told me your dex is so high.
I know. I didn't. You
You
know
should
what?
have said, you should have said, my dex is real low. Yeah. Now that you're in the water, they're not really going to fire at you. I guess.
know.
Well, you're not submerged. You're treading. So.
Oh, I'm going after. I mean, I
Yeah, then
guess
you're under. If you're going after them, you're going under.
I'm going after him.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard try to, and I was like, yeah, fucking get him. I got it, bros. Like, took off running and dove into the water after him.
Gotcha. So then these guys are going to shoot the crap out of Erden then.
Oh no! That's
Well,
long
I mean,
distance.
he
I
is the
think we
closest
can
one
get
to them.
They have short bows, which have a distance of 80 feet. So
Oh damn!
you're not running into this.
I'm like just there.
Pincushion.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Dude,
take my
you
4
are
shots.
just right in there.
1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Fuck. I think I might be dead.
Hold on. Let's focus on what we're focusing on here. First attack does 6 plus 5 poison damage. Does it down you?
So I fall prone?
Hold on. Does it down you?
Yes.
Okay. For dramatic effect, I'm going to go ahead and say that second shot will hit you as you're falling. So you'll take 1 failed death saving throw. And you will fall prone. Your AC is 18, correct?
Yes.
And it luckily bounces into your shield.
Yeah, it like conveniently lands on my chest.
Yeah, as you're kind of spiraling away, this bloody mess, like it kind of hits your shield. Like it punctures your shield where it should have punctured your like shoulder or heart. All right. Alupe, now's the perfect time to run out there and burning hands. Like, what?
Well, actually, I'm not going to Burning Hands. I have another plan. So basically, at this point, I'm just seeing all of this kind of going, fuck it. So I'm going to use my Mantle of Flame as bonus action. And then I am going to grab out this wonderful little scroll that someone gave me and Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Very
120
nice.
feet, right?
120 feet. And so one of them I want to do on that one over there.
The one
And
that's
then-
trying to go browse other people.
Yeah. I want to hit him with that first one. And then I'll roll 2 more for the other ones. Also, I add an extra 4 damage to that, so it should be 14 because of the Mantle of Flame adds my
I know.
charisma bonus.
I read it.
Okay.
So you see a bolt of fire lance out over you as you kind of submerge in the water, Grack, and you hear this kind of just as it stops in fire. And you're like, now I know what they sound like when they die, and I can't wait to hear it 4 more times.
And then I'm also sending 2 Scorching Rays at 2 of the guys that are right next to Grok. That one first, and then...
Oh, real quick question. When you cast from a scroll, how does that work? I don't even remember how that works.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's basically just like casting the spell, except I do it off of the scroll.
But doesn't
do
it?
I need to make a check because it's a higher level spell slot? Then
Yeah, hold on.
I might have to make a check because of that.
Yeah, if it's higher than a level you can cast at, there's a DC you have to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay, just straight arcane.
Okay, fuck rules. Okay, cool. So the
I'm going to also burn my inspiration for that, so I get the 15.
Perfect. Okay, so the level of the spell is 2. At Hawkery, I was going to say that the DC old school was for scrolls. It's 11 plus the spells level, so 15 will work. Scorching Ray number 1 hits dead on. Scorching Ray number 2, target.
Target is going to be that guy right there.
He's underwater.
Oh, he's underwater? Okay, then let's go with that guy.
Okay.
So that's going to miss even with my bonuses. I forgot to add +6, but that misses.
Click the scroll.
Okay. I'll click the scroll for this last one.
Sure. And
And
just
that misses.
heads up. The yeah, okay, got it. And that one will miss, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, at least I got the one guy running away, right, guys?
Exactly right. Erden, roll a death saving throw. I really hope you don't roll a 1. That's a success.
Hey, he makes it!
All right.
He coughed.
Okay. So, Bugbear, I hope you understand the depravity that's about to happen here.
Fuck yeah! I made a huge
Lord.
mistake.
Way to go, Job.
This
It's
is
good to know I'm not the only one making mistakes here.
this is my
there
Arrested
was 6
Development
of
moment.
them.
I don't know how I gained 2 more.
Two
Well,
of them
I saw
died,
a
right?
fifth one
There
in
was
the middle.
always 6. Yeah.
No, it shouldn't have been. It should have been 4. That's so weird.
I saw a 6.
I think
Yeah,
I grabbed.
I thought I was dying even harder. Let's fucking do this thing.
All right, so
It's like, have you ever seen the movie Piranha?
now they're using daggers, which are piercing weapons, so they do not have disadvantage when they attack you underwater.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
They do have half damage on you, though, since you're raging.
I'm
He's
not
raging.
raging anymore.
You're not raging anymore?
Nope,
So
I
that-
ran out because none of the crossbow guys shot at me.
Oh,
so
that's right.
I am
That one will do
I'm
11.
dead. Oh no, I'm
Oh,
not.
God.
I thought I was doing all
No,
of
it's
that.
just the
I'm
8.
good.
It's
just 11.
Right, just the 11.
That's 2 attacks of my 4. So the third one
We're good.
and the fourth one.
We're good.
Woo!
You took a total of 11.
Fucking fine.
All right. See yours. Oh wait, sorry. I still have a couple more.
Oh, yeah.
All right. They rush out onto the scene. They look like the ones that you saw before. They seem to be yelling. In the far distance, back inside of that, you can kind of see the one that was wounded by the sacred flame kind of rush into the chamber, and it appears that he's alerted the boss. All right, see yours.
Okay. So I have movement of 30. That our cleric, life cleric Erden, is 25 feet away. Is it possible to like run up to him and as my action like throw him like wrong tool. Like
Into the
throw
water?
him behind this throw him behind this bush for like cover?
So you want to run up to him and not heal him?
Well, the only healing I have is a bonus action.
Oh,
So I was gonna like throw him behind here and heal him.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. So on the spade, well, let's just
You
do
pull
this.
him, not throw him, and so he'll be here,
Okay.
and you'll be.
So I
here.
pull him back. I pull him back with me. Then that's 30
Yeah.
exactly for me.
Okay.
And I cast Healing Word to use my last spell slot.
Yeah.
You gain 6 health.
So diagonal move back 1 and diagonal move back 1, Chad.
Oh, right here.
No, 1. Stop. He needs to move as well. You're pulling him back with you. You're dragging him. There you go. So
All
you guys both diagonally move that way. And then
Erden
just-
comes to and looks up at Siorsa and he's like, you're so beautiful.
I think we should retreat.
It wasn't funny the first time.
All right. Devana.
Am I hidden at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will pop out here and I'll shoot at the grung right here.
Okay. The new
Okay.
one.
The new one. New grung. So that gives me advantage.
That'll hit and kill.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And then we will move back out of the way and take the hide action.
Okay. All right. Do, 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 do. Iku kind of rushes out into the scene as well. Kind of keeps low. She kind of just surmising the scene, and she'll take the dodge action. All right. The elites will fire. 2 will fire at Erden, and 2 will fire at Alum. All of the ones firing at Alum will have disadvantage, and one of them you'll have cover from hard cover, so +5 to your AC, and then the others will shoot at Erden, who will have hard cover but no disadvantage.
That's what, +5 to my AC? Am I still prone?
You haven't been picked up, so yeah, I would have disadvantage for those shots. In actuality, you probably wouldn't be the target, it'd be the dragger, so same story, but it's going to be the furbolgs with target. It's a bigger target.
A much bigger target.
So here we go. Versus the furbolg, miss. And does a 17 hit?
Nope, 18 AC. Woohoo!
And then 2 against Alum. Again, disadvantage on these attacks. First one, you have +5 AC versus. Does that hit? 22?
What's that? 22 minus 5, you said?
Effectively, yeah.
What is that? 18?
Is 17.
17. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you'll take 7. And then the second attack, this one is just disadvantage. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, that does. I'm down.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Well, shit.
Rock.
With disadvantage, the one to my immediate right.
Okay, that'll kill him.
Fuck. Yeah, it will. And I'm also going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
My only regret was I didn't burn the other book.
But you do understand. You do understand. Like it's just like story wise, that actually made perfect sense because you like lit yourself on fire. You're like, look at me, I'm a bright target.
Oh no! I completely get why it makes sense story wise. I just wanted to say that line.
You're saving it.
Brock, do you have any movement that you want to do? Probably not.
Nah.
Okay, make an athletics check. You are a svelte fucking seal.
Fucking
Nice.
Bears love the water.
Yeah, you guys
Dude,
like go
oh my god.
die up there on the surface, and I'll just murder all these frog people underwater.
Erden.
Come up, like pop my head up, and be like, "Where's all my friends? Oh, they're murdered." Let's do this thing. Hit me.
You are prone.
Oh shit, so it would take half my movement to stand up.
Correct.
I can't fucking.
You could get to me.
And just for
I'll get to you. My turn. Don't worry.
For story's sake, we're probably about 5 feet underwater, Zach.
Okay.
And
Like enough that I
probably
can easily pop my head up? Okay.
Yeah, and at this placement, we're probably about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
Like, so what I mean to say is we're 5 feet under the water, and it's 20 feet more below us.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Total depth is 25. Got it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, stand up, that's 15 feet of my movement. Let me see. 15 feet here. There. Feet there.
So you're gonna dash
Yeah, I'm gonna dash to here.
using cover. Got it.
So I'm in cover.
That's it.
Bonus action healing word on the barbarian.
Currently invisible to you, underwater.
Oh, well.
Get the down, bro.
Get the guy, get the halfling. He's
You can
dropped.
get the halfling.
Get the
that
master.
fucker-
And
That fucker
visible.
burns books.
I like that.
Who can save your ass?
Well, I mean, that's what he stood up and he looked at the halfling. It was kind of like meh, and then he looked at the barbarian, and it was like meh.
Can't see the barbarian underwater.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that at the time. So I guess instead of dashing, I'll just fucking 15-foot walk over here and use my action.
No backsies. Go back to the corner.
So fuck it. Bonus action healing word myself.
All right.
So 1d4 plus.
As you do that, you kind of look back over at the halfling, like annoyed and like kind of guilty. But you also notice something else. Iku's looking directly at you, and she looks pissed. All right.
Oh,
Grunge.
No, you didn't.
3 dagger attacks coming your way. Grunge.
Fuck yeah, they are. Bring them on, bitch. Miss.
Miss, hit,
That'll hit.
and hit.
Fuck.
So 7 halved is 3, and 9 halved is 4.
Actually, it's only the piercing damage. We're level
Oh.
2.
1 and 3, and then 7.
Shit.
So 11 total. So I'm still up. You fucking chatted me, bitch.
I was looking at your hit points. I was waiting for you to say words.
Thank God. Thank you for
alright.
letting me have that delivery. Oh, man. That's nice.
Through a process of moving and jumping, he splashes into the water right about there. Looks like he's swimming in your direction. Alum, does
So who's that one?
Me. Can't see me. No one knows.
I succeeded. No thanks to Chad.
Seorsa?
Can I see this guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I shall. And if I move right here, will I get hard cover from all the arrows?
Yes.
Awesome. I shall cast Toll the Bell on this guy right here. Has he already been damaged?
He hasn't been touched.
Okay. So it's a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
He'll take the 4.
Yeah. Man, I wish he was already damaged because then he'd take 10.
All right, Devana.
Yep.
If you pop out, what you'll see is you've got the 4 elites with their bows, and then you have one that's swimming towards you.
Yep.
This one's not submerged. He's still just on the surface of the water.
Yep. I'm going to want 5, 10, and I'm going to yell, Iku, help me. And then I'm going to grab the halfling and drag him as far as I can away.
Just to say, being knocked unconscious does that affect the mantle of flame or not? Because if it doesn't, he takes damage.
Can you cast it again?
No, it's a
No.
one.
Can you click it?
Oh, yeah, sure. Because it doesn't say anything about it going off. It just says for 1 minute.
If it hits you from a melee attack,
Or touches.
if it touches you.
So
So he's on fire?
Yeah, that's literally like the big thing about this class is I can do extra fire damage because I can set
So-
myself on fire.
Real quick, you rush out there to try and grab at him, and you look at him like confused, and you kind of are like just you don't know what to do, and you look over at Ikyo and you say help, and then you kind of like you're holding your bow, you're looking off in the distance, and you're pretty sure that the best thing that you can do at this stage is take another shot at one of these aggressors and get back into cover.
Yeah, let's do that then.
that means I can't heal you with cure wounds, and I can't heal you with spare the dying.
So
Healing word.
that is a hit. I guess I was
Yeah,
hidden.
you could have healing worded me, Chad, but oh well.
That's okay. He needed it more himself. Clearly.
All right, you take the shot.
Well, I mean, my initial plan was to use it on the barbarian, but that didn't happen.
Was this against the one swimming towards, or one of the elites in the back?
So I would want to know which one was not, like if the one swimming towards is submerged and has cover and all that.
It would have cover, yeah. but it's just a little bit of cover because it's right on the surface.
Okay, well, then I'm going to go for the one that's swimming towards them. Yeah, sure.
Right. You sink him, and he kind of just floats out there like a buoy with your arrow stuck in his head.
Beautiful.
Nice.
In all honesty, your Elven Grace, you're pretty sure that if you could jump out to him, you could probably use him as a jumping point to jump further on.
Wow, that's good information. I'll hold on to that.
If you want to make a bridge of toads.
Nice.
I'm down for that. Iku kind of looks at the scenario, still grimacing, and she shakes her head, and she walks over to the currently on fire one, throws her hand forward into the flames, taking the damage, which is 4 or 5.
It's 4.
Okay. And she'll cast Cure Wounds. Get 12 back.
Nice.
Damn. I like that.
You need to buy me special gloves. Illumi.
As Illum looks up at her, he's like, Grok's beautiful.
Actually, she's not gonna move back to cover. She's gonna stand there. She's gonna look over at the other the creatures with the bows, and she looks down at you and she says, "Go hide, or find your friend." The grungs, seeing the scenario as it is, a giant hiding behind a bush, and this girl standing out in front, they start firing arrows at her.
Oh shit.
She's gonna die.
She's really good. Wow, she didn't run away like that other one.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Oh, damn.
Man.
Wow. Ouch.
Guys, we just might have lost our guide.
She was truly a good one.
So 2 hits, 1 crit.
Well, maybe if she dies, we get our 150 gold back off her body, right?
Oh, don't say that. That's horrible. We need Iku.
I think the exchange has happened behind the scenes.
As the arrows come at her, Alum, you see her first. The first arrow that comes at her, she smacks it away with her hand, and the second arrow that comes in comes straight into her face, and she bites it with her teeth and snaps it in half.
What?
The other 2 arrows hit her in the chest, and one hits her in the heart. She kind of grimaces back towards you, and then she kind of stands proud in the fray of it, standing there against all of that, what would have killed everyone else.
Whoa.
She's a badass.
Yeah,
is
dude,
going
she fucking
on?
ate an arrow.
Yeah.
She is not normal.
Grok.
So tell me, are you single?
So how hurt does she look?
She's not bloodied.
Oh, well, okay.
Whoa.
Found our tank.
Guy straight above me. Is that a
That'll
miss?
hit, and
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
you're raging, so 9.
Yes,
That will not kill. And
that's fine. But
in the spirit of fuck you, guess what?
I know.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Know.
I got a line point.
If I'm understanding the layout in my mind correctly, and this is a 3D map, so correct me if I'm wrong, they are horizontally on the same plane as me.
Correct.
Vertically, we are 5 feet below the surface of the water.
Correct.
So if I were to move 5 feet up and remerge, I would still be within striking distance and therefore
You would
not
not.
provoke
You would not.
an
Yeah.
opportunity attack. Great.
Correct.
So as my movement, I want to pop my head above the water and basically shout like, "Holy man!" and see if he like notices me, so he can throw me like a healing word because my face is all beat up and I'm probably like bleeding out of everything. I'm not doing
Perfectly
well.
acceptable. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice,
And,
nice.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Yeah.
You're also kind of struggling to keep afloat. You're pretty sure that during your next turn, if you were to try to move, you're going to need to make another athletics check. You're not getting the free half swims, even though it's just calm water. And also, any attacks that you make are going to be problematic as well. We'll get to that. Erd?
So I can see him now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's looking over in that direction, like watching the water splash around. And he's kind of like, "Where is he? Where is he?"
He kind of
And
pops
head
up like little fucking mermaid and yells, "Holy man!"
Yeah, and Erden's like, "Ah!" and points at him, and as he points at him, casts healing word. So
might just make it yet, boys. Might just make it yet.
Get 11 back.
Fuck
And then
yeah.
you still have a move and an action.
And let me see.
So that was the last of your spells, wasn't it?
I still have a little bit of healing left, and I still have Spear of the Dying. So, what? That's 60 feet. Can I see any of the grung?
No, they are all still below the water. Are they amphibious? Can they breathe underwater? How long are they allowed to stay under?
They're amphibious.
Are they? Interesting. Cool.
Erden kind of hugs the tree and like stays in cover, but he yells at the barbarian. He says, "Try and make it to shore.
Yeah.
Get out of the water."
We'll see what I can do.
Well, guys, this is the best plan that we've had.
Oh, that's touch. Never mind.
Yeah, nah.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay. All right. So they're all going to pop up out of the water as well.
Now they fucking pop out of the water. Fuck.
Right.
Should have readied an action.
Hindsight's 2020. Also, don't talk while I'm talking. Jesus.
Sorry.
The one that's furthest away from you, the one that's closest to the island, kind of pops up and is trying to jump onto your head. Okay, to add weight to kind of push you down. The other two are bringing their daggers in to try and stab you and kind of lance you and pull you back underwater. So 2 poison or 2 dagger attacks. That'll hit.
Yeah.
And that'll miss. So you're taking 14 damage from that. And then this one's going to land on top of you.
No, I'm taking 11 damage from that.
Right, because half the 3. Which is still enough.
Which means I'm alive and you fucking shattered me twice, bitch! Staying alive!
What I need you to do, though, is I'm going to make a grapple check. Because of your athletics check, you have disadvantage for your either whatever.
Totally fair.
Yep.
But yeah, you want an athletics?
Go for it.
16.
Okay, so it fails to kind of get a hold of you. But as you're kind of wrestling it away, you can decide to hold on to it or just let it bounce off you.
I'm gonna grab it. Like it's already mine.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Bugbear.
So you feel this weird kind of feeling as you touch its slimy skin with your bare hand and kind of pull it in, but you have a hold of it. Yeah, you feel like it's something's wrong for sure. All right. But you're holding this one above the water. Its little frog feet are fluttering about underneath it as it tries to get back into the water. Alum.
Grok doesn't not lick frogs.
I am going to get up, obviously, over to here, so I've got some cover, and cast Firebolt at... Well, actually, I can't see the ones that are attacking Grok, can I?
I would say you'd have advantage on the one that's currently being held aloft above Grok.
Okay, I'm going to do a Firebolt at that guy.
Hell yeah!
And then add 4 damage to that, so that should be 10 total.
Yeah, that'll kill it.
Nice!
So you're holding parts of this frog, as most of it kind of just flies away from you. Yeah, its bottom half is basically burned away.
That's the way. Grok likes it.
All right. Seorsa, you're up.
Our crazy ass barbarian.
It's working out well for me, man.
I like bugbear barbarians now. They seem really fucking cool.
Yeah, dude, wait until I get great weapon fighting.
Alright, well.
That'd be
yeah,
fucking lock down
it's
everything.
A better choice, especially with a 15. Sorry, you go. Talk.
Don't really have anything I can. I could technically do that. That's such a terrible idea, though. I'm just going to stay where I'm at and ready an action to cast Toll the Bell at anything that decides to get within range of me.
All right. Okay. At the bottom of the very bottom of the initiative, what you hear from the statue is a loud, like,
Uh-oh.
That's a good thing.
Awesome.
and you're pretty sure the four of you guys still at the gates. It sounds like it kind of resonates all within inside of this area. The huts that you can see off to the side appear to be kind of moving a bit, like things might be aware now.
Yeah, Erden yells at him to get out of the water again.
Yeah.
All right. Devana.
Oh boy. Okay. We are gonna pop out, and there's really not a whole lot I can do other than to just shoot. Can I see the ones that are by Grok, or are they underwater at this point?
They're up, but you'd have they would have cover against your attacks.
Right. Okay. Let's go ahead and fire at one of the elites over here.
Okay. And did you make a stealth check last turn for the hide?
I did not, so it is a normal. That's my bad, and so here we go.
Just go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. You did say you.
Oh, okay.
You didn't click it.
So sorry.
It's okay.
Stuff happening. Doesn't really matter at this point.
I
did it in the wrong order.
It's fine. It works. I understand. And you said this one, right here. Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll sneak.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it hits him. It sticks in his shoulder, but he looks like he's meatier than those little guys.
Oh boy. Okay. So let's go back and bonus action hide.
Pray to Coralline Larethian, or whatever you pronounce his name. Oh, please, sweet Almighty God. Oh, please. Or whoever else wants Garo Glitter Gold. I'll take Garo Glitter Gold. I don't care. Whatever God wants to help. This is crazy. Okay.
Please, oh great mantle of flame in the sky.
Iku will move to here after the mantle has moved. Once she gets there, she kind of looks around at the scenario as it stands, and she will ready an action. It looks like she's prepared. She's looking off in Grok's direction. Sorry, I apologize. I was reading. Grung Elites. I'm going to shoot 2 shots at the Herbold and 2 shots at Iku. Actually, 1 shot at Iku, and the other one looks like it's readying an action. All right. So 2 on the Herbold. Miss because disadvantage. And also the same
Yes.
against her.
Oh.
Still not bloodied. And the other one's ready in action.
Dang.
Grok.
Disengage. And half my movement to there. That's 15 feet.
Yeah.
So that's my turn.
And
I don't lose the rage because you shot me or stabbed me a whole bunch.
Athletics check. Yeah,
15 gonna work?
That way.
Cool.
Yep. Erden.
Alrighty. Oh, sweet. He's out of the water?
Yep.
Awesome. Not really a fucking whole lot I can do.
Channel divinity.
Yeah, what is the...
I think it's 5 times your cleric level, and they can't get healed above half health.
Yeah. But
And
it
it's
has to be
within
within
30
30 feet of me.
So
mean,
move
so
30
let's-
feet and then do it. I set that up for you, bro.
Yep, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. And I can heal you more if you come to me.
Just move through the bush like it was not there. I feel like you moved through the bush like it wasn't there.
Well, 5. Yeah, it'd still be 30 feet, even
that's
if
fine.
I.
That's fine. Just
So
fucking with you. Go on ahead. Do your thing.
Damn, giving us a hard time.
I mean.
yeah, sorry, I accidentally closed my.
Okay, John, we still love you. Just giving you a hard time about it.
I love you.
You gain 10 hit points, but you only heal up to half your maximum.
That's fine. 10 is one above half my or no, it's one below half my maximum. At 23. We're good.
Sweet.
0.5 below my half max.
It says now come to me. Well, that was an action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has an action. Okay. Yep, that's it for me. Turn.
Okay. It'll go to them. Swims up on shore. The one that you bloodied the crap out of. He's got a face full of rage. And
Do
this
it.
little guy. Stabby stabs. Miss. Hit for 1-6.
Still up. Thank you, Chad.
Woo woo! I'm here for you, baby.
And
Fucking killing it, man.
Yeah, when this fight's over, he's gonna be like, "You hit me with sticks, and this guy keeps me alive."
Oh, that's not good.
What, John's foreboding silence?
No, the huts of frog people that are popping up on the map as if he's about to pull them out of the huts and make them charge at us.
so you definitely notice
Did you
after
look-
the din, you do see that the huts are pretty much a mass with movement. Sounds like these creatures are readying their daggers and their blades
Holy shit!
to defend the temple.
Time to
We'll be
GTFO.
fine, guys. Don't worry.
That's a lot. That's a lot of them.
Hello?
And I don't have Thunderwave.
All right, I seeing my friend pop out of the water and seeing those people coming out of the water also.
Fall back. Bottleneck.
Are we gonna 300 this shit?
Fall back. Fall back.
We are.
We have a bottleneck here.
Yeah, I'm all out of healing, so. Well, actually, I still have one left, and I still have Spare the Dying.
Seriously. Just fall back. We could bottleneck them.
I don't know if that hit or miss.
It misses.
That's what I figured.
Sorry, I was reading another thing.
It's okay.
All right. You're moving or no?
Right now, no. I'm waiting for
Okay.
Rock to get back.
Towing the line. Got it. Sorsa.
All right. Do I see these guys as well coming out of their huts?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we should retreat some to a more strategic position. I'm going.
Well, they're not coming out of their huts. You definitely see activity inside of the huts. Like they're getting ready for fighting. They're think Gauntlet Legends. The monster spawn is open.
I'm gonna take the what's it called? The dodge action. and try and dodge all the arrows as I run. I think I have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can't land on his square though,
Okay, so
so you're gonna be stuck there.
yeah,
Unless you take the dash action and just run.
I'm good with the
Because there's
dodge
no-
action.
Okay. All right. Devana,
Yep,
make
so-
a stealth check.
Sure.
We'll do it at the start of your turn since we're not doing it.
That's
again like
fine.
we were doing before.
Ah, beautiful. So I will pop out here, 5, 10.
Shoot at the guys next to
And-
me.
Stop.
Oh man.
Okay,
I'm going to shoot you first. I have disadvantage. So 17 hits.
it is.
All right. So take 11.
Take 11. Okay.
Looks like the one you were popping out and playing the peekaboo game with, caught wise and waiting.
Finally got me, huh?
Yeah.
And so there's one over here by Grung. I'm sorry, not by Grung, but by Grok. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll go for one of those, whichever one looks the most injured.
Sure. The one on the
Ouch.
far end. Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah. You kill him.
Great.
Yay!
And then I'm going to take the rest of my movement to get the fuck out because I just got slammed.
To just go ahead and just cradle my pride. Go on.
Ouch.
All right. Iku will again continue to ready her action. Looks like she's preparing something. You don't know what, but she's focused on Grok. As she's doing so, you see these guys move over in that direction.
That's not good.
Generally, no.
Out of range of. Oh no, I'm not. Never mind.
So 2 and 2. First two are going to be against this Erden guy. Here we go. Number 1. That'll hit. Second one versus Erden. That'll miss. First Grok. First one. Second one.
Both miss.
All right. So Erden, you'll be taking 7.
How you looking, Chad?
I don't know if he's there. I'm gonna take it off it for him though.
How's Chad looking?
He's bloody.
Okay.
Oh, I apologize.
It's okay. You took 7. I already took it off you.
Okay.
That'll be the elites. Grok.
How hurt is that guy?
Not at all. The only one that didn't get touched.
I'm gonna go for it. Oh, actually. Oh shit! Never mind. That's stupid as hell.
I mean, you can go ahead and attack him because I was gonna radiant or sacred flame him next turn.
Can I shove him back into the water?
So if you move down one square and then
Yeah.
shove, yeah, that's fine.
Can I move like 2 squares and shove him straight?
Yeah. You're not moving
Cool.
it threatened, right?
Athletics. Poppycock.
Does anyone
it's-
have inspiration that they can?
I beat him. I beat him.
It goes
Wow.
off one square.
Okay.
They don't. Even throttling these things and throwing them around. However, tell me how you're just shoving them over, like shoulder checking them in.
I kind of imagine me like skirting to the left of him real quick, like a juke, and then like checking him into the water with my shoulder as I continue running past him.
Okay. Do me a favor and just make me a Constitution saving throw. I'm assuming we're all wearing the jungle attire, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So you move 10 feet, so you still have 20 feet of movement left.
Straight. I'm hugging that wall.
Is there any way you could be 5 feet closer to me?
Yeah, I can end it there. I was hugging the wall, but it's the same distance.
Okay. Erden, you're up.
It's Erden says, it's not much. And healing hands, so you regain 2 hit points.
Yeah.
And then he moves back here into cover behind this bush.
Wait, didn't you already cast 3 spells already?
The healing hands is a racial ability.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's ASMR.
Nice, son.
That's just,
I mean-
healing per your level, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think an Aasimar Paladin would just be fucking awesome.
Did I get hit with any of those short bow attacks?
No.
Okay.
They were going for the priest and the bugbear.
Cool.
Yeah. So as Erden runs off, he says, follow me!
So about 6 of these guys come out of their huts. You're pretty sure that there's more along the far end as well, which I'll get to while you guys are doing the next turns. But this guy right here, even like being a loser, because he's not too deep in the water, you jumped him. He's just going to go ahead and jump straight out of the water, about 15 feet up, 25 feet out, and land right next to you with his dagger. Looks like he's coming in high, and he hits the ground and then swings in low. Yet and misses.
Nice.
All right, Alu.
Can I get a firebolt on the guy attacking Rock?
Yeah.
That is what I will do. So 7. And then, yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for Grok to get to safety before I move.
Okay. All right. Okay. Siorsa.
All right. Hearing the sounds of combat and that they haven't been able to fully retreat yet, I will 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then he's within range. I shall toll the bells. Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Who'd you cast it on?
The guy on Grok.
I'm gonna let you have it.
2 points of damage, man. That's amazing. I
No,
hope he
just-
dies.
It's just one. The top
Actually,
one is if they're
okay.
undamaged. The second one's if they're
Okay.
Yeah, I damaged that guy in the last round.
no,
one.
but the bottom. It's either top or bottom, undamaged
Something.
or damaged. So and he
Either.
passes anyway, so he's fine.
Yeah, it's either a D8 or a D12. Not
Gotcha.
a D8. Yeah. Devano.
Yep, I'll try the same thing. I like to, be hidden. So check.
He's no Catman.
I'm not doing that well. So I'm going to step out here regardless, and I'm going to fire at the one that's next to Grok.
Take a shot. Because of the lineup, I'm going to say he's going to have cover, but it's not going to matter. That'll hit, and that's just enough without sneak attack.
That's great. I'm just going to get the heck out of the way.
Get that out of dodge.
Yep.
All right. Iku is still readying. She looks like she's prepared.
Run, Grok, run.
Just waiting. All right. You feel like you're freed up, prepared, ready to go. You're going to be fine. There's no problem here. It's okay. And a bunch of arrows come firing at you.
Please miss him.
Swing number 1.
Miss.
Swing number 2.
No.
Miss.
Does that all drop you?
Wait, how much is it?
8 total.
Yeah.
After resistant, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
No.
many?
And I'll take the other
Wait,
two shots.
which one? Which guy? Oh, they're all within 80, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's all good.
This one misses because of
This is
disadvantage. This
fun.
one misses because of disadvantage. All right. As you fall, the ready to action finally springs into motion. She changes form.
What?
Becomes a strange serpent with wings, flies out, cradles over Grok, and when she does, she casts a spell.
That was not what I was expecting.
She was the koala you saw the other night.
That's sweet.
Like she disappeared into the woods, and you didn't know where she was.
She's
Right.
covering over you. She kind of grabs a hold of your tunic, and she's moved, what? Hold on. 60, 30. And drops you off here.
Ooh.
Fall back.
Best guide
How much-
ever.
You kill me?
Wait, did she actually cast Cure Wounds on him?
It was her last use for the day, but yeah.
Oh, nice.
Grok,
I need a number.
you got that many.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking
then what,
still
she-
alive.
Did she fly up and away?
No, it dropped me off behind this
flew
bush
over.
over here.
Move over and dropped him off.
Oh, so she's over there too.
Mhm.
Sweet. Yeah, Erden's just kind of like jaws on the floor.
All right. You get up and move, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm done. I'm out of rage. I'm out of health.
Dash.
I'm out of here.
30, 45.
You're like, hey,
45.
what's going on, Davana? I haven't seen you all day. I've just been shooting arrows, bro. It's cool.
It's cool.
Erden. The serpent in front of you looks at you and says, go. Look, try and cut us off. Go.
Wait, it can talk too?
I'm just gonna straight up dash all the way back. As he runs past these two, he says, "We're leaving."
All right.
What about your books?
What book?
Seorsa.
Is there a book around here that I forgot about?
Alum, please make perception checks. Alum, you're kind of unnerved as you watch. The ones at the back end, the ones that are over here on the left side, instead of chasing in after you, they seem to start using the wall, like a secret portal in the wall, to move through it and into the maze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Guys,
Bad
they're going to
news.
try to cut you off behind you.
Were they the ones to the east or to the west?
Oh, dude,
Oh,
no, both
man.
sides.
Both sides?
We made
Yeah.
so many mistakes in such a short period of time.
John did say we picked an interesting one.
Told you we should have just kept fucking going, guys.
What do you guys want? What do you guys want to play next week?
I chose the green. I chose the easy path just to remind you, right?
And he's
Alright,
like,
guys,
this one,
I'm rolling up a paladin next time.
just start from first level, go different paths.
I mean, I chose the red path specifically to come here.
Yeah, we know.
I'm still alive. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
All right, that's the grungs.
Personally, I blame Andy. Okay.
The one who deserves the least amount of blame in this. Or are you saying that because he wasn't gung-ho, ready to rock and roll?
He wasn't gung-ho enough. Alright, I'm going to take
That's
my
why-
action.
that's why you're losing.
I'm going to take my action to dash and end right there. So I'm waiting for them to come through, and I'm going to. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm running over there.
Perfectly fine. It's yours.
All right. Boom, 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 boom. Thing.
And
Okay.
also, as I'm running through, I want to be telling them they're going to be coming from behind us too.
Which way from behind?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I took the dash action. I say, follow me. We can try and head to the secret passage out.
They're going to come from that way too, I think.
But only half.
All right, Dave on it.
And I believe I only have 2 turns left on Shield of Faith.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm gonna take. Oh shoot. Sorry. One moment. Yeah, the dodge action. Done.
All right. Yeah. Iku is just gonna fly up. She's gonna fly up, trying to get attention. She goes. She'll dash, so she's 180 feet up.
So she's not going to be easy to hit, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, but she's going to be telling us where to go. She's going to be looking out for us.
Is there a roof on this temple? There's a roof on the temple.
Kind of, but not really. Like there's parts where it's sparse and it's open,
Okay.
but there are parts. That's why you can see in there
Got it.
without light. Besides the fact that you're all dark vision, but yeah, it's really bright. You'll notice instead of a dim and dreary. That's because it's well lit. The Grunt Elites will all shoot at her. They have disadvantage for the shot because range. Hit. Hit. Miss. Miss. And miss. That first one will do 12. She's bloodied.
She's bloodied?
Yes.
That took a while.
How do you have a healing potion?
It was the gift I was given by common people.
Yeah, good. I wasn't gonna let you use it unless you remember where you got it.
Well, I don't even need it. I'm full health.
Rock. Everyone else on your team needs it except for Alu. Even
Great. I am gonna move 10 feet to there, pick up a loom, put him in.
Don't pick me up. I'm still on fire.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Poke him with your glaive. Poke, poke.
All right. Well, you're going to take
4 damage.
Cool. And I'm putting him in the backpack, but
Just a heads up.
I shouldn't.
This is round 6 of him being on fire, so he has 4
Is-
more rounds.
Is he gonna keep burning me in the backpack,
Oh yeah.
even though I'm not
Yeah.
touching him?
He'll like incinerate your backpack.
Because I wanted to put him in backwards, so he's sitting like a baby carrier facing our backs,
So you have a
like
backpack
dangling backwards, like not hanging around my neck like usual, but dangling backwards, so he can cover our backs as I run.
Make an
Does that make
intelligence
sense?
check. Make an
I don't know
intelligence
if that's gonna hurt me or
check. I know.
but like
I know. I understand.
that's what my plan was. Like I thought it would hurt me when I grabbed him, but not while he sat in the backpack.
Okay. So you realize, like, very early on that having a nuclear furnace in your backpack is probably a bad idea. So you opt out.
All right.
Had you rolled low enough, you would have lost a backpack and tried.
All right. Well, then I guess I'd pick him up and I put him back down.
Okay.
Hot potato.
So you'll take the 4 points then. If you
Yeah. Just, I don't know, stand next to him and not move because I'm not going to move without him. And if he keeps moving, I'll use the rest of my movement.
Okay. Erdin.
We're gonna move up to Theorsa take the dodge action, and I'm just gonna keep. I just want to keep moving with him as we move out.
Okay. We'll go to them.
Oh man, our incoming death.
I don't think I'm gonna get anybody like within range of you, so
I wasn't sure if you were or not. I just wanted to be ready in case someone started coming around the corner.
no. I was saying go ahead, Alum.
Oh, okay. I am just going to basically move. Can't really move that much further than there, so I'm just going to move to there, and basically, if any of the frog people come up behind us, I want to burning hands. So move 20 feet, ready, action, and burn.
Okay.
And we're just gonna move as a group now.
Please.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
So, quick question on the bonus action for quaffing. If I were to shout out to Grok to open up his
Standard action
mouth,
to give it to someone else.
okay. Shoot. I just shout out to him. Grok, I have a healing potion. Come near me and you can take it off my person. But catch up quick. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot. I tell people we need I'm gonna dash. 1, 2, 5, 6. I think that's the most
I'm
efficient.
not gonna take the healing potion if you run so far away from me.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, way to be contradictory.
Well, I'm trying to also get to the
Right?
choke point before everyone
It's
else.
like, come get it. Come here, boy. Come on. You're like dangling it 10 feet in front of me like a fucking carrot on a stick, you
Carrot
fucking
on a
asshole.
stick.
Well, I think it's important to get to the choke point first so I can defend everyone as we get out of here. So
Right, but
that's
you don't have to humiliate me while we do it.
Watching you swim was
What an
humiliating enough.
asshole.
And that is a lot of stuff to move. But I'm done.
It's their turn again.
Devana, actually.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You really dashed, huh?
really dashed.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think if we don't dash, we're not going to be able to get out of there in time.
Okay, right here.
You could potentially triple dash or double dash, right? And scout out ahead.
No, not this character. That's the other one.
Well, you can cunning action dash again, but I wouldn't do it.
Oh, I can cunning action dash again. Sorry. No, I'm not going to do that. I need a
Okay.
tank in front of me. I'm hurting.
I'm hurt, bro. Well, you could just take that potion off of him.
He's going to give it. Let's save it for our other tank so they can protect us.
Okay. She'll take her action. She does a thing.
Good to know she does the thing.
Hopefully that thing was firebolting some goblins. If she
You're
has
pretty
the spell.
sure you overheard sounds of wings fluttering down towards the maze. You're pretty sure that she's heading towards the secret passage to try and secure it. All right.
Maliki bless that guide.
You said you were kind of near the choke, like listening and waiting for anything that might come through the door behind you, right? If that was the case, then you hear a lot of splashing because it sounds like the elites are jumping into the water.
Can you ping the direction from which the splashing's coming?
I'm
Or you
imagining
just
it's coming from up here.
The lake, yeah.
Okay.
You need to make me a perception check, though, my friend, Halfling Man. You're pretty sure you counted more than 4 splashes. Sounded more like 8.
They're coming in force.
Rock.
Same deal as before. I'm waiting for Matt to move, but as soon as he moves, I move.
I'm so touched by your dedication.
Yeah, well, if I move too fast, I'm gonna know you're gonna die like 10 feet behind me. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Erden.
Well, considering I was 5 feet behind him when he dashed, I can dash and still be 5 feet behind him.
Sure.
That's what I do.
Grunts.
Zach, how much health? Oh, yeah, 7 health.
Yep.
Yeah, picking me up would be a bad idea right now.
Oh, Devano should grab the potion off me since he can run the most. He might be able to dash.
Yeah, use your bonus action to dash. Use your standard action to grab the potion.
Okay.
It's not an action to pick it off of him. You can pick it up as a inconsequential.
Is the idea to give it to
To the
Brock,
other
yeah.
tank.
Grak?
Right, so we can keep moving while getting him a little healthier in case we
Right.
run into them in the maze.
You can use your standard action to give me the potion while all of us continue dashing.
Right.
Alan, you can go ahead. It's up 11 points.
Okay. 5, 50. That's as much as I can move.
All right.
You stupid people and your tall legs.
Sarasa.
Alright. And if I wanted to try and put my maul away to then don my Warhammer and shield, it'd be a standard action to do one, and then on my next turn another standard action.
It'd be an action to draw your shield and don it. It would just be a part of that action to put away the hammer you have. And then on your next turn, as a part of any action, you could draw the other hammer.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh wait, Grok, you were going to move after your halfling friend moved?
So you'll be able to put the shield on the hand that you don't have a potion in your hand, and you're still holding the potion in the offhand.
Okay. But Grok was going to move after the halfling move. That's a ready action, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Halfling. You should be right behind him.
I think Zach might be.
No, he just snapped his character right back, so he's there. I don't know why he's not moving. Zach. Zachary. Zach. Okay, well, we're just gonna.
Right.
Zach.
Hello?
Zach!
Should I just... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I moved him.
Okay.
When I tried to move him last, someone grabbed it. Devano.
So, yeah.
Sarasa.
Okay.
So you said I could hand off a potion as just an interaction?
Yeah, just you can move 10 feet, give it to Grok, and then move back up.
I'm going to give it to our fleet-footed friend, the safe movement.
He's literally right around the corner. But yeah, that's fine. Pass it off.
So I pass off the healing potion to Devano.
Mhm.
And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can't dash.
6. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's 30 feet of movement. And then, and I wouldn't have been able to don my shield yet. but I still have Shield of Faith.
Oh yeah,
so.
you would have put away as a part of the donning the shield action your current hammer the maul and don the shield. You're still holding a potion from before. Then you hand that off as just inconsequential, and you continue.
Okay, cool. So I'm currently at 28 C for like one more turn.
All right, Devana.
Yep. Hand the potion to Grok, and I'm gonna move right there and take the dodge action.
Okay. You hear a sound. It sounds like some sort of call, but it's nothing like the frogs have emanated. It sounds almost bird-like, and it's coming from where you presume the secret door is. All right. Go ahead, Grok.
Sorry about before. I'm here.
I moved.
Take that potion.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna take the potion. So it's what, 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Turn 0. Bonus action to cool off, and then
I will wait to move, but more than likely same thing as before. Just follow Matt, dash, or whatever.
Pull up the rear.
Yep.
That's it for me.
Dodge action.
Dodge action, thank you. Let's get the hell out of here!
Hey, that's my line.
I was saying it like the skeleton in an Army of Darkness.
Right, I'm guessing it's okay if I move some, John?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm moving a bunch of frogs.
Okay, I'm going to move to there and ready Burning Hands as an action if anyone comes in range. Actually, you know what?
Yeah. It's yours.
Move there, Burning Hands.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking of taking the dash action, just try and get there a little bit faster. So that's another 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And now I have the Warhammer out instead of them all.
Okay.
Shielding. And I have one more turn on Shield of Faith, I believe. Next turn, it's gone.
Hold on a second. I'm do some math real quick. Speed this up a bit. Are you guys planning on dashing the rest of the way, or are you going to continue to move cautiously?
I mean, if I'm in the lead, I'm willing to keep dashing until we get there. Just
give me a consensus. I need a party vote just so we can move it along. Because
That's fine. Dashing is fine with me.
Yeah, I was planning on just following whatever the one in front was
and
doing.
the halfling goes out of flame at this point, so Grok is able to just throw him in his bag and dash.
Yep.
Okay, in that case, I'm just standing behind in case anyone comes to flame them.
Right. He's still got his action ready to Burning Hands, but no longer on
That's
fire.
it. You guys get to a point where you see the pit and you see the quaddle and you see the open gate, and she gestures with her wing for you to move through. You can also hear the sounds of slippery frog footprints coming from a good distance behind you in the hall and a good distance ahead of you from both ends. And as you kind of exit out into the grasslands and start running out and away south, following the quaddle as it snakes across the grass, you see that there's a bunch of the grungs coming out of the hole. The first ones kind of start running into the grass. The ones behind them start firing arrows off after you, but they're falling well short by the time you get out. Very much like Indiana Jones-ish. Arrows just kind of flying out after you.
Yeah, except this time we're following a snake and I'm trying to run away from it.
Right. But it seems that you guys are able to elude the grungs, safely escaping, but unfortunately not clearing out the temple as you had hoped.
Did some fucking damage though.
Oh, for sure. Likewise, I did some damage back on you.
Damn straight.
I will say,
we lived.
I need one more thing, just one last thing from you, because you're going to try and get to a safe place to camp. Just roll me pick a nominee. Roll a d100.
Oh God, I vote Tim.
Chad.
Tim.
Chad, you haven't rolled yet.
I did actually. I rolled the first one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tim,
okay.
roll another one.
Yeah, okay. Democratic process.
All right. So for dramatic effect,
Oh. Whew.
for dramatic effect, you guys find your camp. You start resting, and as you kind of just barely get into your rest, you have not taken a long rest at this point. 1 second here.
Enough that we could spend hit die.
No. Wait, yeah. Did we get a short rest?
Oh no. Oh yeah, you would have got a short rest, sure.
Fuck yeah.
Hit die, people. So it's the hit die plus Constitution modifier, right?
Just press the hit die button. It's already added in.
Yeah, mine is not working for some strange reason.
1d8 plus.
I mean, I just use one and heal back up full.
So 7.
I don't need to use a hit die. Just saying.
That was intense.
No, it wasn't. It was in a temple.
Terrible.
As you begin your wind down and start your small little fire and the like, you kind of just sit there relaxing, just thinking about the events of the day. And then you see it. You all see it.
God, no.
Strange set of red eyes lingering in the shadows,
It's a chupacabra.
staring directly at you guys.
It's the Panther Scout.
It's Alec Baldwin.
Into your camp. Into your camp
It's Atherak.
walks a red priest, or a red mage,
That's
a red wizard of Thay. And you can tell that he's ancient old, and his face appears to be that. Or I'm sorry, her face appears to be that of a half-elf woman. But she seems to be there's something ominous about her. Her eyes are red. She appears possibly not living. You're not sure.
Can I?
And she says, no, she says, as she enters into your camp, "You're on my lands." And that's what we'll stop for tonight.
Oh gosh.
All right.
And I say in return, burning hands.
I turn to burn. I guess burning hands. Is that a real thing? Is that really the
Oh gosh.
response?
Yeah, I say it. I don't actually cast a spell. I just say burning hands.
Roll an intelligence check, and we'll see if you. Everybody, you can roll history if you'd like. I guess.
I was making a joke about that, but I'll still take the roll.
Yeah, if you got an 18 or so, you're pretty sure just by her attire and her presence and her countenance, and also the fact that she's located on this island, you're pretty sure that this is Belindra Shadowmantle.
Ooh, no.
A high wizard, a high red wizard of Thay, who is the most famous person who is looking for the shadow or the Soulmonger.
Yeah, and if my fanboyishness serves me correctly, she's a fucking lich.
I just want to kill a stream.
All right.
Oh God.
XP level, any of that stuff, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to be level. Let's see.
Are we doing
We
that
have what,
now,
two
or
more,
are we
two
gonna
more sessions? Go ahead and be level 5 by next session.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Wait,
Thank
we're
you.
level 5 now?
He's trying to get us through. I mean, yeah,